Romeo Quayle, Thomas Romeo Quayle, and he is speaking, but he just needed to be as clear as possible so we can move forward. Whom are you?
So because parents have not seen the communication that invited Speaker Cooper. I have not seen it. I had no idea. At some point in time that he was to go to Ghana, he was invited. I didn't see that communication, so I can't speak to its authenticity. But I did saw a communication from the Speaker of the Ghanaian Parliament inviting Richard Cohen and others. I did see that, so I'm speaking to what I saw. I guess what I didn't see.
But in that communication, the Ghanaian Parliament Speaker is referring to Richard Cohen as the Right Honorable Speaker. Do you agree with the Ghanaian Parliament Speaker that Richard Cohen is your Speaker?
I was not part of the decision that generated that invitation.
So who is the Speaker?
So get me right. I just said that then I didn't have the occasion of seeing and Speaker Kofa and invitation. I did see the one that came from the Ghanaian Speaker inviting Moko as Speaker of the Liberian government to attend the inauguration of the new president.
Who do you recognize as Speaker of the House of Representatives?
I recognize whosoever the president of this country recognized as the Speaker.
Who is the president?
Whosoever, you may be aware of the person.
I'm not there. I'm not in the house.
Whosoever the government recognized as the Speaker, I'm there to do my work, and I still remain firm with the issue of the rule of law. Despite I'm there to work along with whosoever I'm working with. But remember, President will live on.
Do you still recognize Funanti Kofa as Speaker of the House of Representatives?
If Funanti Kofa was the Speaker of the House of Representatives, then he should have been in conformity with the President of the Republic of Liberia. But he's not there.
So if in your words, he is not in conformity, who do you recognize as the Speaker?
The one who the President recognized.
Who is he?
Clarence.
You know all your colleagues by name, small. I mean, why are you?
Clarence.
Why are you not bold?
I have called his name over and over again.
The people of District 3, I think they know you to be a bold guy.
Yeah, but they listen to me calling the name.
What?
Why do you want me to drag the name over and over again?
Can you please call? Let me hear it.
Who is the Speaker? The President Speaker with the 43 member of the House.
You tell us.
Richard Cohen.
Okay.
Richard Cohen is the Speaker now. Okay. Whether we like it or leave it, Richard Cohen is the Speaker. That's the one the President accepts.
Who do you recognize?
pleasant good morning, folks. It's 9 minutes past 7 o'clock this morning. Welcome to the OK Morning Rush here on OKFM 99.5. We're here together from now up till 10 o'clock this morning. Welcome to the show wherever you are. By whatever means you are joining us this morning, whether you are listening to us by your radio or you're watching us on OKTV online, I'd love to say a pleasant good morning. Welcome to this edition of the show. Today's March 27, 2026, and it's Friday, the beginning of the weekend. And so life doesn't always go the way we plan. There are days when things feel heavy, when progress seems slower, when giving up feels easier than pushing forward. But every small step you take today is building something bigger tomorrow. So once again, welcome to the show. If you are driving to work this morning, I plead with you to drive safely. And like I've always said, the best driver is the one who arrives safely, not the one who overspeed along the way. If you're coming to Liberia for the very first time, we'd love to say welcome to Liberia, the land of liberty. So shortly we'll bring you the commercials here. And I'm expecting Fatu Kamara to join me. She should be somewhere around the building here. So shortly we'll have Fatu. And so we'll bring you the commercials. And also the fact check segment will come on this morning, as usual on Fridays. Bring you updates from the region as well, as usual. We'll talk about some issues in Liberia. I know there have been a lot of comments coming from across the arc, everyone expressing their opinions about the situation, the Guinea and Liberia border situation. The last time I was here, I talked about the Ministry of Transport demanding that it release new transport fare regulation. I gave them Monday, but they released that on Thursday. That is 3 days later. But it's better late than never. So as we understand, the Ministry of Transport has released new transport fare regulations for the entire country. They're writing too small. I'm not sure I'm able to see them this morning. But the ones that I can see, I will mention some of them. So we'll open the lines and have interaction with our audience this morning as usual. So around 8:15, 8:30, we'll have Mr. Sherman. What's his first name? Mr. Sherman. He's the National Vice Chair for the National Parent Teacher Association of Liberia. We also will have Faino Bila. He's National Program Committee Chairperson. We understand they are having some activities coming up, especially initiative to renovate the offices of the National Parent Teacher Association of Liberia. So we've invited Feno Blah, and he's coming along with the National Vice Chair, Mr. Sherman. They will sit with us up to 9 o'clock this morning on the show. 9 o'clock, the country director of Prison Fellowship International Liberia, Reverend Francis Colley, has accepted our invitation to sit with us this morning on the OK Morning Rush. And we will be talking about a very important issue. You know, the issue of prison overcrowding, the issue of pre-trial detention in the country. And this is a man who, through his organization, have been able to advocate for people who have been detained, sometimes against their rights. And all the other works that Prison Fellowship have been doing in Liberia. Reverend Colley will sit with us for 1 full hour this morning from 9 to 10 o'clock on the OK Morning Rush. Yeah, so this is exactly what the show looks like this morning. Again, thanks for joining us. Those of you who are, in the taxi cab following. And sometimes I want to give small advice. Sometimes you, the taxi drivers, I know sometimes you say, oh, yeah, they Liberian people thing and stuff like that. So when people are riding with you in a car, there are people who want to listen to information. Sometimes the news is on and they want to hear the latest in the country. But some of the drivers, they will just put one loud music on. Sometimes say the music, sometimes on rude music, they just put it on in the car and be banking. And other people in our car thinking they can get information. Sometimes the morning shows are going on. People want to get the latest from across the country. But then they come and say Liberian people think that they're talking our business and they will be doing playing different things. So sometimes play the news, let the people listen. Some people don't have the opportunity at home to listen to news, to listen to some of the updates when they talk shows in the morning. So they wake up because of work time, So when they get in the taxi, for example, they feel that if I'm riding on this taxi for at least 15-30 minutes, I will get some update from the radio stations. So at least I think it is advisable that sometimes you play the radio stations in the morning for the passengers to get latest update for the country. Look, information is life, information is life. So you have to give the people the opportunity to have latest update. So it's just something that I wanted to pass through with this morning. I'm trying to get the latest promo to get him here this morning. This is the OK Morning Rush on OKFM 99.5, and my name is Marka Davis, the son of the late Baptist deacon, and I'm here this morning bringing you this edition of the program. Of course, I'm expecting my colleague Fatu to join this morning. Our Facebook post she did last night to talk about Darius's shoes and all of that. We don't take it seriously. Yeah, so let's go for the commercials.
So you're banking, no stress, steady online.
Check out, mommy. Are we running LLA so?
Mommy, Aledo, I'm going to join the bank line now before the place get packed.
Bank line?
Yeah.
Hey, check out, you really wasting time in the player. You not hear about the Bloomberg digital app yet?
Bloomberg app? You sure that thing really working?
My man, what are you talking so? The thing working. On that app, I think all you can do?
No.
You making phone, my man. So you just press small. You tap small. You can send money right away. You pay your bill. You check your balance. You can even borrow small money right on your telephone.
You mean all that thing can really happen inside the one phone?
Yeah, so it working everywhere in Liberia with HNC banking and even all around Africa. You can even use your own currency. And you know what they call currency? You can use it in your own Liberian dollar.
Then I'm inside for good. From today, call me Papa Bloomberg Ticketer.
My people, you all go to the Google Play Store and the Apple Store. We download the Bloomberg app so our life can be easy. My people, we ready to bloom. Bloomberg Africa, make it happen.
You want flash so you're banking.
Are you seeking financial empowerment, dreaming of building your future? Then your solution is Bokonjide Group of Companies. Bokonjide, your trusted partner in microfinance, construction, and general services. We provide microfinance for many institutions like House of Representatives, the Liberian Senate, National Port Authority, Governance Commission, LRA, Gender Ministry, Corporate Development Authority, GAC, and Other Lines Ministry and Agency, with a percentage range from 15% to 20%. At Bokongire, we understand your aspiration, your goals, and your dreams. That's why we offer tailored microfinance solutions designed to uplift individuals and communities alike. Whether you are an entrepreneur with a vision or a family aiming for a better tomorrow, our microfinance services pave the way to financial independence. But that's not all. Bokongire Group of Companies doesn't just stop at microfinance. Our expert construction team brings your architecture dreams to life. From residential to commercial projects, we craft spaces that inspire, innovate, and endure. And when it comes to general services, Bokongire is your one-stop destination. From facility management to logistics, we ensure seamless operation every step of the way. With our apartment rental and furnished apartment for long and short-term stay, you will enjoy the luxury of comfort. Join the thousands who have entrusted their dreams to Bokongire. Experience unmatched professionalism, dedication, and integrity. With Bokongire Group of Companies, your success is not just a goal, it's our mission. Visit our Capitol Building office or find us in the Royal Garden Plaza on Crown Hill Broad Street, or call today 0770-520-958 or 0777-017-603 or 0886-622-599 or email Bokongire Group of Companies at gmail.com. Bokongire Group of Companies, microfinance, construction, general services, your partner in progress. New Day, do something.
We are brave. We are passionate.
Hey, Tanu, I need cash and there is no ATM around here.
Really? Did you try the EcoBank POS?
POS? I said I need cash. What is it about POS?
Judy, you can get your cash through the POS. All you need to do is to visit any EcoBank Express point or petrol trade gas station and request to use the POS. Guess what? It can also take other bank cards.
Oh, widow, you mean cards from banks overseas too?
Yes, it should just be your Visa card.
Wow, great. So when there is no ATM around me, I will just use the POS to get my money fast. EcoBank has made it too easy, man. EcoBank, an innovation that will 5 and 6 so.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
I say, my people, First National Savings and Loans Liberia not do it again. Oh, I say, my people, y'all listen. First National Savings and Loan Liberia not do it again. Oh,
but when I compu, why you shouting all around the place like you not found bank manager well so?
Namo, even if I found bank manager well, I would be very happy.
Like how now?
Because all the things that the First National Savings and Loans Liberia doing, it will really take away our stress. Oh.
In what way it will take away your stress?
Look, Namo, if you're looking for a good place to save your money you suffer for, or you want your money to receive good interest over a period of time, then go to the First National Savings and Loans Liberia. At First National Savings and Loans Liberia, you can open savings account, current account, church savings, Susu savings, and mobile banking. You will get account SMS alerts right away, meaning as soon as you save the money, you will get a message in your phone right away that you not save the money.
So, Kompu, the way you not do all the fancy then so what should do now if I want to open my own account?
Namo, when it comes to opening a saving account for church, school, and organization, you can call them and they can open the account for you right to your own house, school, church, or organization. If you want to pay your children's school fees, you can also do it when you call them too. Try to join them to make things easy for yourself.
I rather missing good to you.
Also, First National Savings and Loans Liberia can offer you different ways to do what the poor people call fixed deposit, or to keep your money starting from 13% per annual, meaning per year for Liberian dollars deposit, and 10.25% per annual, meaning also so per year for United States dollar deposit for what the poor people call fixed deposit. First National Savings and Loans Liberia. We are located on 10th Street, Sinker. Better still, you can call us on 0779 206 231 or 0886 027 466, and we will come to you. First National Savings and Loan Liberia is a microfinance deposit taking institution. At First National Savings and Loans Liberia, we put you and your business first.
Looking for the best in tiles, face basin, bathroom and kitchen accessories, and camos? J-Rack Incorporated has got you covered. We are located on 16th Street in Cinco, Monrovia, and a branch in Caldwell, right by Cape of Funeral Parlor. Jacuzzi top for 8 to 12 persons, all from Twyford and Francia brand. Quality, you can tell. Paints of all kinds, freezers, big and small, electronics and more. We have it all. Call J-Rack Incorporated today. 0886 628 218 0770 628 128. Don't delay. We are just a call away. J-Rack Incorporated. Your home, our passion.
Sandra, where are you going?
To the next water and sewer office to pay my bills.
But you live not too far from Pinsville City Hall.
Yes, but water and sewer got no office in that area.
Oh, so you don't hear the news yet?
What news?
The Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation has a new cashier center at the Pinsville City Hall where all LWSC bills can be paid daily, Monday to Friday, from 8 in the morning to 5 p.m.
What? So you won't tell me I've been wasting time on this road waiting for back when I could just walk to the Pinsville City Hall to pay my water bills?
Enjoy improved, efficient, and convenient financial services at the new LWSC Cashier Center, recently opened at the Pinsville City Hall for our value customers, mainly people living in the vicinity. For more information, call 0777 464 171, 0886 616 767, 0886 617 200, or our orange call free number 5972.
Tired of waiting forever for a car? Need a ride that's fast, safe, and reliable? Say hello to NASA Ride, the smarter way to move around Monrovia. With NASA Ride, you are just one tap away from comfort. If it's work, school, or a night out with friends, go for NASA Ride. Our drivers are trusted, our fares are fair, and your safety comes first. NASA Ride makes my life easier. No stress, no hustle, just ride and relax. Car rental, pick and drop, airport transfer, luxury ride, 24/7 services, daily and hourly rental. NASA Ride, located 3rd Street in Cinco, adjacent Telecel Liberia. Call 0773 882 264 or 0887 221 196. Download NASA Ride app on Google Play Store or Apple Store. Book in seconds and enjoy the ride you deserve. Remember, wherever you are going, NASA Ride takes you there. NASA Ride, your city, your ride. NASA Ride, fast, reliable, and safe.
Of course, thanks to our partners who are doing business with us here at OKFM. You can also do the same from the commercials. To see those of you who have joined us on OKTV Live on our Facebook feed. Robert Ngona is following from Cotton Tree ABC Mission Community. He says the Roberts International Airport Highway, Venetia's Junior Bar is also following from the borough of New Crew Town. And Matthew Sadima is also watching the show from Gompa City in Nimba County. Hilton Wulejedo is following. He says, good morning, Marka. I'm watching from Logan Town. Roland W. Toy is also following. He says, He's following from, he said, I'm a public servant of the Republic of Liberia, watching the show live from Battery Factory Community, Japan Freeway. He says, District 13, Monserrato County. Daniel Tanti is also watching. He says, following as usual from my usual Tinker Village residents. Johnny Coleman Senior is also following this morning, and Sylvester Neo Colo has also joined from Gardnersville. Joshua Toto is also following from Monrovia. Alex Bakolo Nano Jr. is also following this morning, but he says he's watching from Chongqing in China. He said thanks for the broadcast. Samuel Amicable Rejoice Kane the third is also watching from Caldwell this morning. August Zaza is also following from Riverside County. Thanks for joining. Please say good morning to my friend and brother Gabriel Sawa this morning. Yeah. Kokolo Kwekwe is also following from GSA Road, Cola Tree Community this morning. Thanks for joining. We also have Randolph Joaju Gay following from 10th Street in Sinko. Armstrong Wabinda from Kakata City, Margibi County. Martin B. Kendima is also following. He said from Foya. He's following. Johnny Coleman Senior has joined us. Abraham Fila is also following from Sayon Town. Armstrong Willie is following from Monrovia. So you can share the show and invite others to also follow this morning. This is the OK Morning Rush here on OKFM 99.5. Damascus Moses Nonga is following. Also from Clay Street in Central Monrovia here. Yes, we cannot call all of your names, but you are all highly recognized. Thanks for joining us this morning on the show. Let's see what are some of the latest developments from the region. While we will try to get the fact check segment coming up. Let's see what's the latest from the region right here this morning. Let's check from the BBC and see some of the latest news coming in. Rationing power and diluting petrol. How African countries are coping with effects of Iran war. We'll talk about that. Let's see, Army commander convicted of Guinea Stadium massacre dies in prison. This is latest news from very close door. One of the key military figures convicted of crimes against humanity. I'm sorry. Something is happening. Okay, let's get it. I'm sorry for that. This story is very interesting. We've been following this thing since the stadium massacre in Guinea. So let's go for the story. Yes, this is the story. It says one of the key military figures convicted of crimes against humanity for his involvement in Guinea's 2009 stadium massacre has died in custody, authorities say. Abubakar Sidiki Diakite, also known as Tomba, died early on Wednesday in hospital following a medical emergency, the prison administration said. He was serving a 10-year sentence for his role in one of the darkest episodes in Guinea's history, in which more than 150 people were killed in the capital, Conakry, as they demanded an end to military rule. At least 109 women were also raped. While in custody, Diakite remained a controversial figure, creating a political party and attempting to run for president. Last year, he declared his intention to stand in the presidential elections, which was rejected by the Supreme Court after it ruled he was ineligible. At the time of the massacre, Diakite was commander of the Presidential Guard and a close ally of Guinea's then military ruler Moussa Dadis Camara. According to the prison administration, Diakite was declared dead at the Somari Touré Military Hospital in Conakry, where he was taken late on Monday. Citing his medical report, the administration said he presented symptoms characterized by gastric swelling, abdominal pain, and constipation. His death has prompted mixed reactions in Guinea, where memories of the 2009 violence remain politically sensitive, with people still wanting or waiting for justice. One political expert likened his death to the end of an era, telling the BBC he died, but the full truth died with him. Tens of thousands of people had gathered at the stadium on 28 September 2009 to protest against the possibility of Kamara running for president. On Kamara's orders, security forces opened fire on the crowd. More than 150 people were killed and hundreds more injured. According to judicial findings, at least 109 women and girls were also raped. Kamara survived a shot to the head shortly after the massacre, which was blamed on Diakité, according to the AFP news agency. Diakité later fled the country, and in December 2016, he was arrested in Senegal, where he was living under an assumed identity. A year later, he was extradited to Guinea. After being shot, Kamara spent 12 years in exile before returning to face justice. Following a 22-month trial, he and 7 of his commanders were convicted in 2024. This is the latest from the region. I'm hoping Abby can help us get the fact check report if you have it. Yeah, so this is the latest story coming from out of Guinea. Kamara was sentenced to 20 years in prison for crimes against humanity, but pardoned in March last year by the current leader, Mamadi Doumbouya, less than a year into his imprisonment for health reasons. His killing has underlined the unresolved tension in Guinea's political landscape, where former military figures have continued to exert influence long after leaving power, and where the boundaries between justice, reconciliation, and political ambition remain contested. Guinea has experienced repeated periods of instability since independence, marked by military coups, contested elections, and violent crackdowns on dissent. Although the country has formally returned to civilian rule, efforts to address past abuses have been slow and at times deeply divisive. Yeah, our neighbors, people of Guinea, sometimes no matter how long, we're hoping as soon as we can get the fact check report, we'll bring on a segment right here. But no matter how long some of these crimes, like I've always said, as leaders in Africa, what do we do about the interest of the people? I realize that people, I don't know whether I should just generally say politicians, their interest of having power, supersedes the interest of the people. They can go at any mile just to remain in power or to get power. Imagine what happened in Conakry in September of 2009. A man who took over the country through a coup wants to run, and the citizens said, you said you were going to turn the country over to civilian rule, so we don't want you to stand in the election. Since you think the leadership here was not good enough and you have toppled the leadership, now just turn the country over. We don't agree for you to run for president. And that man got angry. He said, oh, so you don't want me to be president? And just as you listen to the story that I read, he ordered, the army to shoot at these people. Yeah, as the report said, according to the court, 109 people were killed, a lot more people injured. So, just because you want to have power, just because you want to stay in power, and the thing about these military people who always, overthrow the sitting government, they will always make false promise to the people. And that false promise is that after a certain period of time, we will turn the country over. We just didn't want the leadership that in power. The leadership was not doing well for the country. They were corrupt, and they were not managing the economy well. They're not taking care of security, and all of these things they will line up and they will tell the people that we did not take over or we did not remove the government to stay in power. We remove the government so that after some period of time, after calm and stability, we will turn the country over to civilian rule. But you can bear me witness. How many of these people who overthrew the governments in their country have turned over power and say, I'm not running for president. I mean, we just wanted to remove a bad government. I'm not running for president. How many of them have done it? Let's even count the latest in our West African sub-region. The latest. Do we want to talk about Burkina Faso? Do we want to talk about Mali? Do we want to talk about Niger? Do you want to talk about the Republic of Guinea? You understand? So when these people tell you, oh, I'm an army person, the government was not good, we removed the government so that, we can have, the people can have election and elect their own government that will do better, but we'll turn the country over to civilian rule. At the end of the day, these same military people will stand in the election. They will stand in the elections. And obviously they will win because they are in power, they control the money. They have the power, they control the money. They control the population, they influence and manipulate the population, and at the end of the day, they will be elected. So what about fair election or by fraud, they will get elected. So at the end of the day, these same military people who promise the population that we will turn the government over to civilian people to rule, they will still come by and stand in the election and they will be elected because they have manipulated the system. They control the money, they control power, they know who sat in which position. And these are all the things that happen. So when Musa Dadis Kamara said he was removing the Guinean government because they were not doing well for the people, he turned around, came and told the people, I want to run for president. The people said, would not agree. He opened fire and killed all these people at the stadium. At the end of the day, there where we are, one of the commanders who were there shooting the people, they found him guilty, sent him to jail for 20 years. And then just after 1 year in jail, the new president in Guinea said, my man, will pardon you. But we are very sorry to his family for his death. And as somebody was quoted in a news story, he died with no justice and all of that. But that's what it is. We sympathize with his family and the people of Guinea. Yeah, he was their army commander. He defended the country at some point in time. He sacrificed for the country. So that's what it is. So we cannot say much. But again, back to our country, Liberia. Let me always, when I come on this radio, I always appeal for the interests of the country. But Fatu is here now, so let me welcome her. Yeah. But why are you laughing? Yeah. You're taking your sleep in a serious this now. Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Marka. How you doing?
Yeah. You look good this morning.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, yes, how are you?
I'm fine. They receive any go. The thing happen, they sleep and carry. You can't understand it. And besides, my phone went off, so the alarm didn't wake me up. Seriously.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I was calling you, no answer. I was
Yeah.
concerned.
The alarm didn't wake me up. Yes.
I was concerned. Yes. Moving forward, what did you say happened to our colleague Darius?
No, it's not just Darius. It's not just Darius. There are some of our colleagues,
But have you rescinded your
My
your
resignation?
fake resignation?
Yes, so it was because of some of those reasons, but then I received a call from the manager.
Okay.
Yes, the manager, and he talked to me. He said it will be settled. He said he'll talk to few of those guys who were
To stop doing what?
who were the transgenerational. Yeah, some days I'm confused. Like seriously,
But
if you
that's
saw
fashion. That's fashion.
if there was once Chokon came to work,
Mm-hmm.
and that morning I was just making mistakes on the news.
Okay. Why?
Yes. No, that one a different thing, and those are some of the reasons why I decided maybe I would just
Wait.
resign.
Wait. What do you mean that different thing?
Like seriously,
Shogun
Marka.
came on the news and you were just making mistakes.
And I talk.
Was it about the shoes you were wearing?
Yes, the shoes Chokon was wearing. And lately, like Darius, Chokon.
I don't know
he
where.
He love shoes that when you walking, you be hearing it.
I don't know where
So-
Daryl was. Shatawale from the
Yes,
video, but
Asake. So Darius is wearing Asake shoes lately, but the thing about fashion, you don't understand it. Maybe like the new thing coming in style. Sometimes somebody just start wearing something.
yeah, it's not like
and
it
doing that,
surprise
and these
people.
things.
But
But
sincerely myself, I was surprised with Daryl's shoes. That'd be frank.
yes, but Darius
But you
took
don't-
over from somebody.
Please, man, you don't have to resign. You have
Yes,
your
the
shoes.
manager spoke to me. I was actually because, like I said in my
But
post,
what is shoes
sometimes
doing to you?
these are transgenerational materials, and these are things passed from generation to generation to generation. I don't know how many generations have used those shoes. So if somebody bring it, what if the spirit of the first person who used that shoe start hunting in his shoes? Like seriously,
So he'll
he
come
for
to
his
you?
shoe. Yeah,
He's
they
very
start
good,
disturbing me if I do my work. Like seriously,
Yeah,
but it is real. You can just
Stop doing
you
that.
just go in there, man.
Stop
You
doing
just
that
buy,
kind of- stop
you
doing
just
that
buy
kind of
something.
prank, man.
You just buy like seriously, and you know that other people were sharing, and this is the problem with Liberia. And I myself, sometimes I find myself in such a category. Like I read 1-2 lines, and in the remaining I don't read it again. I just stop halfway.
Yeah, and just
Yeah,
conclude on
and
what.
just conclude. Sometimes just go to the comment section and see what the people saying there. But then, I don't know. It's the same with a lot of us. So people win, just read the first line, the second line, and then did not understand the context. Did not even conclude what I wrote on
They
Facebook,
start
and
sharing.
they started sharing how one person from OKFM has resigned, and other people want to talking. Oh, I wish you well, and I don't know. Sorry, what OKFM did to you, and did not conclude the day.
Why when people resign, people always think people did something to them?
Yes, seriously. Wrote another brilliant person has resigned from OKFM. We really need to handle investigate all sort of things. I'm not joking.
Yeah, but investigation is done already. That shoe you're running away
Yes,
from.
that's the shoes, but we don't read entirely.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, yes. I think I am good. I've moved a little closer now, so you see how early I came this morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good thing. I
Yeah.
was in a hole way in Shara there behind the police station. It was difficult to get here.
Oh.
So right now,
That's so sad.
I've moved. No, it's okay now. I've moved closer. So you see, I got here earlier this
No,
morning.
that was so sad.
Yeah, it was. It was.
David Bianco back.
Yeah, but at least I live in the heart of Painesville now.
Yeah. Great.
Where,
Congratulations.
where I sit currently, I can go anywhere at any time. I want to go to RIA. I want to go to Mount Barkley. I want to go to or come to Central Monrovia. I can it's just very quick. Yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, you have access to a lot
I have
of things.
access to a lot of
a lot of
destinations.
stuff.
A lot of stuff.
No, but when you're in our own end, you don't really
Yeah,
see.
you're not easy. You can't
Like
see.
the way Chokon and when the fight Chokon was just seeing.
I didn't see. When I was living behind there, I really, did not see a lot of things. But where I am now, I can really see.
The boy can see.
But
He said he's
you know what I'm waiting for?
No.
I'm waiting for the country meet. I'm waiting for the country meet. Hey, man. I will just bring my chair and put it on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's great to be here this morning.
Yeah.
I was just talking about the story from Guinea, one of the commanders who opened fire on a crowd that were protesting that they didn't want Musa Daddy's Camara to run for president at the time after overthrowing the previous government, and he ordered that they be, shot. A lot of people died. One of the commanders, was convicted and jailed, but unfortunately he passed on Wednesday. Yeah, he did not complete his jail term, even though the current president issued a pardon. You know that man from the army now.
Yeah.
You see, even though they sent a man to jail for 20 years, but I pardon the man, So, and unfortunately, he didn't serve even 3 years from that sentence, and he passed off on Wednesday. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, connecting it to Liberia, right?
Yeah, connecting it to Liberia in a sense that, but I wanted to talk about, country interest over personal, whether political or economic interest.
Okay.
The politicians, they value the power more than the people and the country,
Yeah.
to the extent that sometimes they can do anything either to get or remain in power. That's why in 2023, after the final, in fact, before the pronouncement of the final results, when the incumbent president, conceded, a lot of people were like, it was strange in the African territory.
Yeah.
For just 20,500 votes, someone say, "Oh yes, I've lost the election." People think 20,500 is a small number for somebody to concede, but in democracy, actually, we were going now for the second round, and even 2 votes can make somebody win the election.
Yeah.
But people think that it is not normal for an African leader to accept defeat with just they see 20,000 as just that small number. So at the end, the politicians, they want to do everything to stay in power, regardless of the interest of the country, regardless of the interest of the people. So at the end, we can always say that in order to have the kind of leaders and the kind of country we want, we have to place the interests of the country and the people over our own political interest.
Yeah.
And sometimes the thing about it, Fatu, people will campaign on all the negatives in the country. And Fatu, when you give them the opportunity, then they will realize that, but what I was seeing from outside is not actually what is in here.
Yeah.
So sometimes people have to be sincere when they are doing what I will call it campaign, or I will call it when they are doing propaganda even before campaign. They should be at least 50% sincere in what they tell the Liberian people. Because in the end, it will haunt you. If you tell somebody they are not able to manage electricity, and it become a campaign story that the person cannot manage electricity, at the end of the day, the Liberian people say, okay, I think the person can manage electricity. And they remove that person and give you the opportunity now to manage electricity. If you cannot manage electricity, it means you lie to the people. So if you were sincere before telling the population that, these are some of the issues that affect the electricity supplies in the country, we can assure we will solve it gradually by doing this and that. And if you come and these problems persist, sometimes the people will be a little bit reasonable with you. But if you tell the person that, the people that the person who are not there, or who was there cannot do it at all, I can do it. And if you can't deliver, the people are even disappointed in you than the person they remove from there because of you.
Yeah.
So we have to be, at some point, sincere. Because if we really want to develop the country, if what we are bringing is actual leadership and not opportunity to get rich, then we have to be fair with our population.
But the thing is, like somebody said, people believe the lies more than they believe the truth. So, and this thing about politics, like politicians, a lot of them are already deceitful, and then the people start to believe the lies instead of the truth already. So the people find ways that they can win the election.
Yeah.
But then, Marka, the thing is, this is why sometimes as politicians, but you should not, like I said, I tell people most of the time, I don't expect politicians to be, the best people, morally upright and everything. No, because you're running against all the other people, and the people you're running, you want the vote from are people who will believe the lies. Like seriously, Marka. Our people, you see somebody yesterday, Gabriel Nyeka call, not yesterday but Wednesday, and he said the people who should be holding power in Liberia are not the people who should be holding power, and it all draws down to the people that do the voting. I'm going to leave myself out.
Yeah.
So somebody will come and say, "Oh, I did this," and Marka, you can see that somebody is lying, a politician is lying, and you see the people calling and backing that politician. And it can be very clear that this person is lying. or this person is saying something deceitful. But you see people call and still back that person. So it is the kind of society we find ourselves in. So the people will do whatever it takes to win election. Even if it takes lying or damaging somebody's reputation, they'll do it. And then go and sit there. That this is why people say he knows best where the shoe pinches, right? Now you go there now, what you thought was easy is difficult.
Yeah.
So people act like they understand the issue, but when you get there, it's a different ball game altogether.
And some of these people who were lying during the legislative elections, or better still, you want to call it the general election in the various districts and counties. Some of them, since the election, some of them have been in that district only twice or only 3 times. The people don't see them, and they were telling these people that, oh, we'll build road, we'll build the bridges, we'll build schools, we'll build hospitals, and they know that. I mean, to do these things, you don't just do it. And they will lie to us. And I agree with you, Fatu, when you turn the blame on the voters as well. They will have people with them in these districts, in the county, who are making genuine contribution from their own personal resources. Their interaction with them is great. But during election time, they will be looking for the celebrity candidate. Yeah. Someone who is flashy, someone who can get handouts, someone with plenty t-shirts. These funny things, they will be voting for it. And just after 3 months, after inauguration, they will come back to say, we made mistake.
And you start complaining.
We made mistake.
We're always making mistakes.
Why are we always making mistakes? When will we learn? At this time that we're in now, where democracy is maturing in Africa, for you as a voter, you allow yourself, somebody say, I will give you $50. So I'm giving you $20 to get in car for me to carry you to one interior district to go register and vote for me. And you agree. You get in a car. You go there and register. That's why at the end of the day, during the runoff elections, you can see the turnout can be poor. Because at the end of the day, when these people lose the election, they are not able to carry these people back to vote in the second round. So, I mean, it is shameful that people, just for maybe some $40, $30, somebody, they will take you from where you reside and go in one bush community in Bapolu, Bomi, Lofa, Magibi or somewhere, just for somebody's political interest.
And sometimes we see people who contest in elections. Right after they lost, you don't see them anymore. And then after sometimes, maybe a year to the election, you see the person come back. The person abandon them.
They can go hustle and come back.
Yes, they go hustle and come back, maybe for the next campaign. And then they finish abandon you, they go and spend all their lives in luxury, come back. And then we run and vote for them. We forget the people who live, by us and all of that, all of the things they've been doing for us. Yes, there will be liars. Like I said, most politicians are deceitful. They do it because they want to get to power, and then when they get there, it's a different ballgame. But we, the people,
we have been
have to be wise
in picking real leaders amongst these team, the group of people who come to look for power.
Like Kumin said, we keep doing one thing over and over and expecting different results. So this is it, Marka. And trust me, if you just bring up maybe one politician that did wrong here, and you start to discuss what they did, even if you provide all of the proof and evidence of what they did that makes it wrong, Marka, you still hear people who call and defend that person and even brand you as something you are not.
Exactly.
So this is the kind of society we find ourselves in. We'll be talking as journalists all day. You talk and every day finish. Recently when I was talking about one politician, somebody texted me and said, you have to be careful, the person you're talking about, the person will come for you, and the person, I say, what, why?
Threatening and intimidating people.
Yeah, intimidating me, right? So that's the truth. You not talk the truth now, like you the problem, like you maybe will be the target of whatever the problem is. But the problem, the poor decision is with us, Marka.
Yes. So we'll take calls by 8:15, 8:30. We expect to see Ferdinand Bula and his vice chair here from the National Parent Teacher Association. They're trying to do some infrastructure work, so they will be here with us for at least 40-30 minutes. 9 o'clock, we are expecting to have Reverend Francis Colley, the country director of Prison Fellowship International Liberia. But before that, I want to caution I want to say this to the Ministry of Transport. You just released new transport fare regulations. And I'm sorry the letters are too small for me to identify, to see. Yeah. But I can list all of them. But I saw something that $180 from EAW Junction to Broad Street. I saw something like that.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to say is it's not just about releasing the document to the public. You know, the last time they released this document, the price did not change practically.
No.
Yes, the people remain on the same fare. We're still paying $250 from Dupont Road Junction to Broad Street. Now they have released another one. The last time when I did that broadcast, I said you should release a transport fare regulation, and because we are in what appears to be a petroleum price crisis, you should set up a joint task force with the Ministry of Commerce and the police for enforcing this regulation. Because at every point that you see maybe major bus stop and other places, you should ensure that the passengers are actually paying the fare that you announced. Because other than that 14 will be in a car. Me, because I now want 14 from EAW Junction, the money I paid $250. EAW Junction, I paid $250. But the only way this thing will hold for two, except we have someone enforcing it. You give all the paper, you say now, the driver will do what they are always doing.
Yeah. So it's an interesting conversation too. You know, the thing is, it is difficult. The only problem with this thing I see is the fact that when the price of gasoline was down or was low, the drivers did not still reduce, the cost of transportation. Yeah. But now somebody was saying, if we say 120, maybe from here to Old Road, so the driver is taking like 4 persons. So 120, it'll be around maybe 480. And then you come back to town. And most times these drivers do not get all the passengers correct, direct, like seriously. And then you bring in the passenger back coming back to town and take the same 480. Maybe sometimes they take another passenger, but I'm just looking at the possibility of getting all the passengers, all together inside to go to Old Road. It's really not possible. Sometimes they take pick and drop, and you might not even get all the passengers. So you're coming back, the same 480. It should be around, I think, 920 or something.
940 something.
Yes. So you the driver, and now maybe 1 gallon of gas you're using that to go and come. So somebody was justifying and say, you minus the gas money from there, maybe the driver will not be making $50 LD from the the 2 trips back and forth they made. So we need to understand too, the gas price, taking into consideration.
The ministry supervises transportation in the country. They know exactly what it is for too.
Yes, of course. But then we need to understand. My own problem with them is that when the gasoline price was very low, the cost of transportation did not reduce. So now it's really high, and I have friends who are drivers, and they try explaining to me that this fare before Europa is not easy. So yes, if they wanted to really take effect, they will have to enforce it, implement whatever the fares are. Maybe stay in the street like they do with this driver license thing. Everywhere they get small checkpoint where they will stop you and ask you for a driver license. Yeah, so they can do the same. When you get at 5:40, the police stop the car and ask everybody to pay the driver right there. Everybody pay the driver right there, the driver, everything. If this is what it's supposed to be, but we should also take into consideration the drivers, how much they make. I look at the prices, and it's a difficult thing. It's really difficult. Seriously, Marka. The drivers themselves, they will feel it. Seriously.
But sincerely, if you want the regulation to hold, you have to enforce it. If you don't enforce it, it will not hold.
Yeah.
Yes, on a serious note. But we can take some calls.
Of course.
0777 700 995, 0777 700 995, 0555 995 995. These are numbers you can call to participate on the show this morning. This is the OK Money Rush, the Friday edition. Marka Davis, Fatu Kamara. We're here as the team driving this morning. Yes, call. Let's talk about it. A lot of things happening in our country. Yeah, that whole border thing. We're not talking about border business today.
I thought we could have talked about this electricity stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But we can open the lines and have calls.
Yes, we'll have calls, but wait.
Yes, let's talk to the people.
Okay.
0777 700 995, 0555 995 995.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah, the bishop son.
Not Kelly or Baptist.
Yeah, this is one of the late Baptist deacon. How are you? Good morning.
Yeah, the late Baptist deacon son. How morning, man?
How about?
Fadu, Fadu, what's up, man? Fadu.
Oh.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
I a Jew. Before the people can't.
But man, I beg you, I leave my brother to go small. I took on shoe, like shoe, like way, you know, like the shoe fits on your way.
All right. Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, Marka, go to the issue. This is the voice of Tabu Rasta. I joining you, Marka, this morning for Zimbabwe. I know. Yeah, Marka, let me tell you something this morning. Look, Marka, I want to appreciate George Weah. Marka, I want to appreciate George Weah who choose not to be that regular politician. Because Marka, I said and listen to you about talking about that commander in Guinea. Can you imagine 100 plus him will die, Marka, only because you want obscene power? Marka, let me appreciate President Weah who choose not to be that. Because Marka, you can remember when President Marka made that statement that, when President Weah win, we end La Bureau. You know that?
No, that was not his exact words. Stop making up words, man. He didn't say that.
Yeah, my brother, listen. When the blind man
said, he said if we allow,
there will be no country.
Yeah, no, he said if we allow these people to remain in power, it will be the end of the country.
Yes.
Exactly. And you're speaking in context. You know what you are going to do.
All right, thank you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Marka Derek.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Stephen Moore Johnson. I'm calling you from Kidmore.
Okay, go ahead. How is Grand Cape Mount County?
Yeah, everything is quiet, but we've been facing serious problems.
Yeah, you will talk about that problem, but do you know about the Pasajama Festival?
Sure, yeah. We all will be there, yeah.
Yo, enjoy yourself. What a weekend.
Yeah, let's go to the issue, Marka.
Go there.
The Ministry of Transport regulation is trying to be the transport fare ready. Kidmore is very affecting our citizens, the maintenance, the drivers that are exploiting especially some area called Kinjo. Kinjo, when the gas price or even 600 the drivers overcharging 1,200. Just a few days when they live price that went up, they start charging 1,005. So I'm calling on the ministry to extend their operation in Kidmore, especially Kinjo or in the Kidmore area, the men are overcharging.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, this one. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Marka.
Go ahead.
Good morning, articulate and prolific Fatura.
Very good.
Yeah. Who is inspiring other females to venture in the journalistic field.
Thank you.
For the recognition, I'm Fatu Command. I call as National Chairman of the UP Intellectual Bureau. You both thank you very much for the second point. The issue of the transportation fare, because for me, I'm one of those zealous Unity partisans who is not privileged to be among the privileged working class. Our support to the party is highly historic.
You didn't support the party for a job. You just want a good, you believe in the vision of the party.
The reward for politics is not in heaven.
All right, just go ahead. I don't want to drag it with you.
Yeah, quickly to the issue. For some of us, we depend on transport vehicle to commute from one place to another because our time is not used to do with our own car. So depend on the means of transport. And over time, we have been bashing on, intellectually beating on the post at the Ministry of Transport. For reneging to perform their fundamental duty to releasing the transportation fare. We have done that religiously on varieties of media outlets. Yesterday, by the day about coming up transportation fare, across Morovia and its environment, I think it's something that I applaud them for giving a pat on the back. No, our work, our civil society at us, whenever people who are in position of trust or do good, our work, we are duty bound to applaud them. So I want to applaud for that issue of transport. Then, the issue of enforcement, I think that rests on the shoulder of the Liberal National Police, confident with the citizenry. And the issue of awareness too is something that we need to look at. Hope the awareness caught the call that the old mind there, when they're in the market, to should be abreast or should be electing about the transportation fares is all to pay to commute from one place to another. So thank you all so much to the OKFM family for being very dedicated over the years. You people are taught us when it comes to journalism in this country.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate it. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead. You're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Joe. Calling from Joseph.
Okay.
Marka. My get two issues, and the first issue is I want to tell Patul her friends driver them fair to her. Quite for example, I'm a driver. If you put 1 gallon from or Tessie here, go here the junction and come back before that 1 gallon, they can be a car can boy. So if you charge 200 when you come, you know you'll be making 1 gallon. So her friends driver are not fair to her.
Sometimes it's not really the way we think it is. So you may get the passengers on days to get high. Yes, maybe sometimes you can get all the passengers correct. But sometimes Marka, you can see taxis passing around empty.
That morning, if you come in for junction, you get your amount of people taking 5 passengers and not 4. We are taking 5. We are not taking 4 now. 5. 4 at the back, 1 at the front. So my second issue is, hello?
Yes.
Your life.
Yeah, my second issue is the EDC issue. Those guys are in power yesterday. Yesterday they were last year. Other people are in power. They don't need a hand to govern is hard. Now we are even here of the EDC. And most western than even yesterday, even other people in power they were talking about they couldn't make it. So then they work on the EDC issue. They say they can solve the problem. So we are asking them to please solve the problem and start giving excuse because they said that other people couldn't make it and they are in power now. They say they are more experienced.
Okay.
So we don't even know where that experience go now.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. You're live. Your name, where are you joining us from? Oh, sorry. Don't call this.
We lost him?
Hello, are you there?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm William Bro calling from France.
Okay, go ahead, William.
Yeah, I have a serious issue with the transport ministry. That idea is too Asian, it's too archaic. You don't bring press regulation for private sector transport. You don't do that.
Okay. Who is this person? Keep calling. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. What you do is, hello?
Yes, go ahead.
What you do is that public sector transport you can have press tag, because private sector transport that's why a government, first of all, transport in most of the country on earth now is not about profit making from the public sector. It's about facilitating the population to move from one end to another end to do their business and to go to work. And so every government should have the responsibility to provide enough public transport for their citizens. You don't regulate the private sector transport to say you get price tag, because some private company can come and make their transport very cheap, more than even government. Some can price based on the facilities they have in their vehicles, in their buses, in their aircraft, and different things. So I still seeing like Europe giving price tag to private people. But that doesn't make sense. They need to change that model. It's not working in modern time. just provide, the government provide enough public transport for your citizens. And the other people will fall in line, they will drop their prices. That's how people do.
So what if you, as a government, you don't have that number of vehicles for public transportation, and even the private sector is dominating? How do you regulate the fares?
Let me tell you something, my brother and my brother. There is a possibility for you to have public transport in the country. Just the problem our government don't have, they don't prioritize what should be prioritized. Now, let me tell you how they can do it. Every government can come to other countries. You can have an agreement. They give you more than thousands of buses. Maybe you pull off from like the way they did with the yellow machine. You can give about 10 million upfront. They give you thousands of buses. And then you regulate, you say from Singapore to the place, I assign 50 buses. From New Jersey to the place, I assign 25 buses. Meaning you pay that 10 million and you pay the balance 10 million within 10 years or within 5 years. You can do that. But they are not prioritizing what should be prioritized. You see, you cannot be regulating people, private sector transport. It is a waste of time. And like you want to, I don't know whether that bring people that are in government confused. They don't watch the model that's happening in the modern time and apply it to Liberia. You don't do that. To get public transport, my brother, is the cheapest thing on earth to get.
Oh.
Hello?
Yes, just conclude.
Hello?
Yes.
Labrador can go to America. Look at, for example, they brought 30-something buses, some of laying Jackie, then president go dedicate. Who does that in modern time? You make negotiation and get thousands of buses and examine them based on population, like they conducted census. The census already get the data of where the population concentrated. So you assign buses based on the populated concentrated areas. That's how you do it. You just regulate, simple regulation, put system in place. In fact,
Okay.
in fact, the ticket for transport, it can be something that they can program on the computer. That people can buy the ticket and just have that security, something that you have the other thing to just be testing it when people come in, you put it in, they sing the bam, that kind of way. People will not be buying ticket again like the way people can buy ticket online to just get in the buses. So those things they need to modernize their thinking and stop that ever consistency. Oh, from here to New Jersey, 150. Who does that in modern time?
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Okay, this one. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not telling you how to
Morning.
Thank you very much for the show. Let me say good morning to Patu Tamara.
You're sounding low. I don't know.
Marka, this is Dow Abraham Hill. I'm following your conversation as usual for my office on the car right now, which is my comfortable.
Yeah? You're sounding too low. Please, you have to make some adjustment. You're sounding too low. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, go ahead.
Don't be mobile.
Okay.
I follow you from Baptist Seminary.
Go ahead, Joe.
Thank you. Marka and Fatu, early morning for boss and boss relay.
Morning,
We're
go
fine.
ahead.
Okay. I have two concerns.
Okay.
One has to do with the situation happening in Lofa County, and one has to do with our military, which is our armed forces. The first 1 year, the lawmakers are not doing justice, and the presidents been elected, they are not doing justice to Liberia for our armed forces. They prioritize $45,000 for one lawmaker, while our army, one person, the least money they're taking is 250 to 300. It's not fine. We need to have equipment, because our army doesn't have equipment. Neighbors like Guinea, they take advantage of us. Seriously speaking, I don't like that behavior. We be immediated. People are taking advantage over us. Countries around us, they are taking serious advantage over us here. We are the oldest in Africa here. Next to us is Ethiopia. We should have more land space
There are people who just coming yesterday. They claiming our land for 1907. France take our land from us in a part of Guinea. In a part of Guinea, and the government sat down. Surprisingly, nothing happened. Today, this small boy who just killed yesterday, he started taking our land from us.
That's what all calling people small boy.
No, let's be real. He's a small boy.
Okay.
Thank you, that Bizo.
All right, thank you. The message, I don't like that behavior. Good morning. Good morning. You have to.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Marcus and Marcus, rather, and good morning, Fatu. I'm phoning this morning from Port City of Valencia in Spain.
Okay.
Yeah, what's all my mind had to do with the AFL recruitment and what is happening at the sort of my put of entry in Lofa. You know, Marcus, the constitution make it clear that to become a lawmaker or to become a president in the country or senator, right, you must be 25 years old and above to become a representative, and 35 years old and to become a senator or president.
We just giving you the privilege because you are calling from far off, but this has not really been a part of our discussions this morning.
Okay, sorry, no problem. It didn't really state educational background. You should be master's degree holder, you should be this one from high school or other stuff. So what is it that would the NFL be doing recruitment? Look at what is happening at the Port of Solomon right now. The NFL be doing recruitment, and say you should get a high school university graduate or high school degree or one certificate or university graduate. Why is it that way? We need more force to protect our land border. We have over 100 plus illegal entry in the country. We don't have more force there. So I think the lawmaker need to call the AFL to order and they need to understand that every Liberian must have equal opportunity despite the educational background. Because you cannot be charging, you cannot be taking somebody to be a master degree holder or to be a high school graduate when there's no high school in my hometown in Zone 2 in Nima County. There's no high school in Bo. There's no high school in all the villages near around. How would these people have opportunity? They are all Liberian. So that's why I'm on my mind this morning. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, your life.
Yes. Thank you so much, Marka, the police, for your causes. For the problem of Fanny Gray, I'm called from District 15 this morning, member of UP Intellectual Bureau.
Okay.
You know, I want to buttress my colleague, what he just said, Fasu Kamara. You know, when people come to the discussion, they come with sentiment like what you're saying. Somebody will do is wrong to this country, when they take on the radio, they want to support or they want to back that kind of individual. Quickly to the point, our government, they have to really be serious when it comes to the transportation fare. Because time to time when gas prices even drop, our people or those who get taxi or take on gas fare, they don't even help the citizen. And when transport people come up with a process, they cannot be serious. Sometimes it will bring noise in the country or more citizens and drivers. At the end, it will just go down, no hay, no tea. When it comes to the issue of Labrador and Lofra, my brothers, look, we got other Guineans in this country, and
Chief.
what we are hearing, they are deporting other people's back.
Chief, thank you. We have not really made that our talking point this morning. We don't, drift away from what we've been discussing. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, my guy. Let me say, on your Friday morning with presentation via Fatu.
Yes, that's you.
My name is Mohammed M. Kanachion, and I speak to you this morning from District 15 from my comfort zone and member of the UPW. My God, let me be very honest with you. That I would like to come in, something that really, I think, the Ministry of Transport, I think you're going to speak on the things that we see on the Marka on your platform. To be very honest, but you not tell me, say, I listened to the managing director yesterday, Amos Tour, when you call on current show yesterday morning
Mm-hmm.
and tried to say that the gathering, even of Dr. Kim in the country almost a day for now. It's entering the But now, the gathering will not be in the country, and then you have Keke rather than one charging with the citizen then higher price in this country. I don't think it is fair. See it. Minister said the plan of which is the Minister of Transport. I don't think it's really functioning well. You see this? His co-deputy and the assistant minister then. Because when this guy then they are functioning well, definitely the transportation fair through President Marka, which is the head of the state, definitely the transportation fair, the citizens will enjoy under their leadership. But definitely they will come out to say that the transportation fair is still so amount. And then they're not putting anything to work in line with the regulation fair. And with the citizens, we are the one that sit in the pin. We have to say at the time gathering was 750. They were in 750 at that time. They were not even charging the partner with the partner on their own back for you to go broad, for you to go in town. It was 150 at that time there. And then when
from where?
When they talking about gathering is even a night, then they still taking 200 for people. They're not saying that, to be very honest. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
What I believe is that maybe it should have just stayed with the 200 instead of dropping it to 180 because the price of gasoline has already increased.
Yeah. So I think
it should be realistic. That was what I was saying, right?
Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead.
Morning.
Good morning. You're live. Go ahead.
Okay, this is Prince as we are calling from Central Virginia, Borough District 17.
Okay.
You know, this transportation business is what on our mind this morning. Can you imagine charging 150 for Iron Gate to Douala, where we should pay $70. Later on, they brought it to $100. The transport ministry put all their prices, $50 for Iron Gate to Douala. It didn't work. Now, transport ministry come out again with another fare that is contradicting from what the job they are charging us. From Douala to Rela is $250. From Douala to New Jersey Junction is $200. I want to pay in these 3 days. It's very, very detrimental to we the citizens. The government of Liberia, they are making fun of us every day. We voted them for change. We didn't vote them to make fun of us. This is very serious. The government of Liberia need to take serious action against drivers and Keke riders because it's affecting us badly. Can you imagine? I spent 1,000 plus yesterday just to go to come out to Broadway. 1,100 so more than what I spent just to go and come just for a meeting. This is serious for us.
Yes, this is serious. This is serious. Thank you. I don't know how far is Mr. Fenon Bila. I think this should be around here. Good morning.
Marcus, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Let me say good morning to Fatu.
Yeah.
William Covey, and I joined this conversation from this city as a member of the Unity Party Intellectual Bureau.
Very good. But all the bureau members, y'all know each other?
It looked like they had it during the CDC usually. So y'all
know each other?
It is an institution, right? It is an organization.
Okay.
We are
Registered?
We have regular meetings. We have meetings, so we know each other, right?
So who's the chairman?
The chairman called the show is Fatu Kloma.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yes, Fatu called the show is the chairman. So it is a well-organized institution, and we have regular meetings, and we know each other.
So why your term of reference?
Come again?
Term of reference.
Our terms of reference?
Yes.
Why it is to protect the government, the government, and to propagate the government messages from,
even if the government is doing wrong?
No, we say it is there to protect the government image and also to propagate what the government is doing. We cannot say, you yourself, that always, people say the government came to power by the means of lying, so they will be there, right? That's what they always say. So we cannot say
to allow people to lie on our government, and we allow any lies to overwhelm our government. The people have to be informed about whatsoever things or progress the government is making. So this is what the organizations were formed. So, Marka, straight to the issue, I think let me appreciate the government, right? The work they've been doing. And the transport ministry fair that they came up with, for me, this would have been a suggestion that in Mosrado, right, in Morovia, Ranta, that they would have just added $20 across the board to all these things, right? I think that would have been fair. But for a taxi driver, imagine, Marka, from Red Light to Broad Street, it was $250, and some of them charging $300, $350. That's a service thing. Even if you're charging $250, for example, right, you have added extra $50 on the way you're taking 5 passengers. So just from Red Light to Broad Street, you have extra $250, right? And the gas prices are being added. It is only $180 fare that are being added. So 1 gallon carrying to Broad Street and bring you back. So you take $250 to go, $250 to come, $500. So if you subtract the $180 that have been added on the gas price, do you know how much going to be with you? So it's too exorbitant. But if the government can add $20 across the board to all rental for drivers, I think it could be okay. So I think the issue about look, let's be clear, Marka. When it comes to the border issue, I think the government is handling it the right way. You can't all fire with fire, right?
We're not talking border Benin today, my man. That border Benin, that is security people do that investigation.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
You live? Let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning, Patu. Good morning, Marka.
Yeah.
Abu, I want to tell me what the plan for the moment of the time. The more of the Unity Party intellectual people. Just part my case at the
I said this bureau is the United Party version of they have one group during CDC.
You're asking my colleagues, let me just pick up where you start.
Okay.
We are not here to defend corruption or wrong thing the government do. Our men say people allowed to come to power. We are here to counter the lie, to sharpen the conversation, and to provide the facts. And to propagate the good work of the government. So if I feel I have a disabled man, Bamuma, for 8 children, why no one has been in the history of this country before the government, I can't take 4 of my children to put into school. I say that. I'm not talking. Because somebody says they coming back to power. We have to propagate the kind of food message because sometimes you some of the ministry power they're not coming on the radio. So we are here, we are seeing the impact, we are in a community. But the issue quickly, I will come position business. For me, everything the Minister of Transport put up, I think they're on paper. Or the chocolate and said we the requesting or the passenger will not see that impact. When we see the office, the power is in the own thing. They get back up. Everybody is raising press up. Everything go, every transportation go up. Everything goes in the gas press. So if the gas, my question is, if the gas press comes down to this.
No, but in real terms, anything that affect the prices of petroleum products, it has trickle down effect on almost all commodities.
Yeah, and I know that, Marka. So for me, I just put in the middle of transport. See where they have it. Say the people tell them, press it up. We know this will come to pass. We are resilient people. It will come to pass. All gas will come back into the
All right, thank you. We are hoping that oh, the bureau people. There was this rumor around during 2022, 2023. Say, they have a quarter group for the government. They can pay them every month and stuff like that. Yeah, we really want to know about the how they call it?
Intellectual bureau. United Party intellectual bureau.
What kind of bureau is that?
Yeah, what kind of bureau is that?
But y'all lead the government, let the government do well, we will see it. They need anybody to be.
Yeah, propagate the work of the government.
The Ministry of Information can have press conference twice a week. So what did the government do? They want to talk about the bureau talking.
No, like the bureau, the bureau will take over from the Ministry of Information.
Yeah, so Batu.
Yeah.
Our guest is here. Yes, you should know Mr. Feno Black.
I think from Bon County.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Former senatorial candidate as well. But the way I'm looking but it's good to have you this morning, man. Morning.
Yeah.
Yes, so just bring the mic closer to you because it is, movable. Yes, very good.
Yeah, good morning.
It's been a while. How's everything? After all the election, things, you just went quiet in your little corner. How's everything?
Well, we've been working as technician in the back.
Okay.
And trying to handle some other issues.
Okay.
Yeah. And so when I'm happy this morning to be here, like I even told you, I was even admitted at ELW yesterday.
Oh, wow.
But because of the importance of this activity and the role I play with them, so I had to make it this morning to at least come and speak to it.
Okay.
My other colleagues should be joining me soon, the National Vice Chair for Administration of the National PTA.
I'm really hoping you will make it because...
yeah, if he doesn't make it, we'll still move ahead. We'll move ahead.
Yeah, that's good. But I know maybe we may not have, very long time, but just in a minute and a half, can you say to our audience who is Mr. Feinangbula?
Well, Mr. Feinangbula is a man of multiple caps. And at this point, he's on the educational sector.
Okay.
So this radio appearance is needed for educational programs. So the National PTA Association is a network of all the PTAs in the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
It's on this banner. And it's to see how we work with the Ministry of Education and other partners to see that the schools, we have a safe environment for our students and make sure that we network and make sure that the educational system improve. So we do a lot of work around those areas. But currently we have a program scheduled for today.
Okay.
We are renovating the national office of the National PTA.
Okay.
So we decided to have a fundraising rally because, with the donor fatigue and different issues, so sometimes you have to fight for yourself also. So we decided as the National PTA to renovate our office. We said, let's do a rally. We rally among ourselves and we invite other personalities that can come and grace the occasion and whatever, and then we do the renovation. While we doing other things, but we can engage ourselves and start with us, not just every time. Yeah, we can do a project proposal, can renovate office, but let's do some kind of program. What we want to raise money with, and what has even started is that the leadership of the National PTA came and said, look, what we do, let's even start taxing ourselves. So we started to buy paint and other things and start something. And so today we'll be having a fundraising rally so that we can renovate that office and we start the process today. Okay. So meaning today is not just the rally that I end. Okay. It's a process that we're about to go into.
Okay.
Yeah, so as we go duty, I will give you follow duty regarding the other.
Yes, before going forward, what the physical condition of the office, looks like.
Well, right now it's not in good shape because of
They're very deplorable.
It's deplorable because it's the former malaria control.
Okay, office.
At the the Minister of Education, the minister has been very instrumental in order to get the office for us there.
Okay.
Because it's a government, the National PTA, we support the educational sector. Like you have the National PTA Association, I mean the Teacher Association Liberia, Principal Association. So you have the PTA that work with the Parents Teacher Association. So we are cross-cutting. Okay. So we work with principals, we work with the DOs, the CEOs. So we work across the 15 counties. Yeah, and we have structures in all of the 15 counties. So we work in Mosoralo. Yeah, for Mosoralo, we handle Mosoralo as a different case because Mosoralo is much bigger and has like 28 educational districts. Okay. So we work through the educational districts in Mosoralo. When we go up the other side, we work as a CEO, DO there now, and that's how we do our work.
How is the work done? Like, what exactly do you do?
Like I said, basically a safe environment for our students.
Okay.
We're concerned about children, our children going to schools. There are different complaints and things that come up, so we mitigate some of these issues, get involved,
Okay.
and know. And if there are things like not going right, we also confront the educational authority that this is needs to be done. If schools principals are not doing some things right, and to have for the students. So it's about all of us, your children, those schools they are in, and how that school can be able to produce what needed to be done. So that they can't just go to school for the sake and then, like, for example, you saw the indecent act the last time that took place and the Minister of Education had to take. And
Yeah.
so the National PTA was involved.
Okay.
So the National PTA work along with the
The
ministry.
Situation convent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all of those different issues, the PTA is involved in making sure that we address the situation for our students, so that our children can be going to school in a bad environment, in a safe environment,
Okay.
and we need to make sure they have the right teachers to teach them.
Okay.
So if the schools don't have right teachers, we discuss with education ministry to see how do we address those kind of things, because we can't have our children going to school and they're not getting the requisite education needed. So it's a big network,
Okay.
and it's been very effective. Is one Rebel Batu is the one handling right now, and it's been going very well.
Okay.
Yeah, so the minister was able to secure office space in the old maternity center where
the Ministry of Gender
used to be.
Yeah, okay.
So malaria control, when Ministry of Health was there, it was malaria control.
Okay.
So that building that malaria control are using is that building that has given for us. So to renovate the building, we now decided to have a fundraising rally today,
Okay.
so that we can be able to do some renovation. We
How
started-
how much do you need, and who are those you've invited to the fundraiser?
And
today?
that's where I would about to go. Interestingly, the cost of the renovation is around 39,100.
United States dollars?
Yeah. United States dollar around 39,180 some more United States dollars to do the renovation. It's a very big building, and it got a lot of work to be done on it. And we want to make sure that the conference room there will be up to standard, because we conduct trainings and
Okay.
we do a lot of different things. And we host meetings, and sometimes some of the meetings you have between 100 to 200 persons attending from across the country. So it's a big area,
Okay.
and you have to do a lot of work on it. So we wrote several personalities also in the educational sector, philanthropists, and then from the government angle, we wrote the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Richard Kuhn. We wrote Senator Moe from Bonkante, Senator Kweye, and DJ Blue. There are a lot of them that we wrote. It's a long list. I would not want to call all of the names on the list, because there are many people, and I don't want to be hearing contempt. And some people say, "Oh, this," but I didn't call certain names. But there are many. But we invited all of them, and Senator Moe has confirmed
he will be there.
His participation already. He called me last night. We had a conversation.
Okay.
So I'm sure of Senator Moe. And I also had a conversation with Senator Kweye from Bonkante. He confirmed to me also.
Okay.
So those are people that we show up.
Did you
I'm not
invite-
getting confirmation yet from the speaker? We've invited Matilda Cooper. We invited plenty of people. The list is long. And most of them who were invited and know they received the letter from the National PTA of Liberia. I just asking them, we will be expecting them. Please, if I didn't call your name, it's no disrespect to you.
Yeah.
But it's because the list long. We wrote over 100 persons. Yeah, so the list is long. But it got a lot of people from the educational sector everywhere. And all of the schools, all of the CEOs were communicated with. The Minister of Education is a part of the process too with us.
Okay.
Yes, you also will be joining us too. The minister will also be there with us this morning too. And the program is around about 10 a.m. this morning, and the minister will be with us along with our interact. So there are a lot of people we expect to see there today, and we're hoping for the best.
Oh.
Hoping for the best. But I mean, I was just about to ask, what are your expectations? You know.
Well, my expectation is we'll meet our target,
Oh,
and
you
we
think
don't
you'll
have to
say-
meet our target today,
Okay.
but at the end of the day, we'll meet our target.
Okay.
And I can assure you, whoever we send a letter to, we don't even need you today to come. You come today, then I will worry.
They'll say go there.
We'll go there. The fact of the matter is,
They say if I know what the money can.
yeah, you can't of money, you can't of the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing about it is that we'll reach out because it's about all of us. Every one of us has a child in school.
Mhm.
And if we need a safe environment, we need people to monitor and check on these things, then we need to support their initiatives so that it can, because you will not, like right now, you basically have the children going to school. You're not going to be after the whole duties or all of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you have a PTA network, and we're trying to make sure that we establish PTA association in all the schools across the country. Some schools don't have PTA.
Mhm.
The principal are the PTA.
Okay.
The school owner are the PTA.
Any decision
They
they
tell
do
them
is
run
final.
any decision. They don't care what's happening to the children, how things go. They only after. So the best thing to do is that every school is mandatory that you must have a PTA. So the PTA will work with the administration when there are issues. It can resolve most of the issues. Not everything got to come to the media right away.
Yeah.
So you can do some behind the scene and resolve some of the issues and take some disciplinary action and get the things going right.
I know you mentioned some of the roles and responsibility of the PTA, but what in addition, especially during around graduation, there's always this issue of the graduation fees are high, and at the end of the day, even some parents will be complaining on radios and all of that. But when you ask some of the school administrations, they will tell you, say, but the amount here, we and the PTA agree on it. So, I mean, in these kind of things, what kind of engagement or intervention do you do as an institution?
Well, thank you very much for the question, but fortunately, the question came at the right time.
Okay.
I just had one of my colleagues with both of us who have appeared, who have just entered. I will let him introduce himself because he's a key person within the institution. I'm just a program committee chairman for today.
Okay.
But administratively, he runs the day-to-day of the National PTA Network for Liberia.
Welcome, Chief. Do you?
So can you please
Yeah.
introduce yourself and then so we can make it more interesting?
Thank you very much. My name is Edwin T. Sherman. I'm the Vice President for Administration of the National PTA Network of Liberia. First of all, I want to extend my kind greetings to the people of Liberia and the students of this country and our great leaders. Thank you.
Okay, so let me pause that other question and ask you directly, why is it important to have such network?
The National PTA is a universal organization.
Okay.
It's a representation of parents ballot into the school. Because without the school, you don't have the parent, you don't have students. Without the student, you don't have a school. So in 1897, the National PTA was organized in the United States of America. And
That was very long ago.
Long ago. And out of the countries around Liberia, all I have a vibrant and a structured PTAs that is supported by central government. Government allow budget to them because they are the key monitor of schools. And their children are in the school. So they are the one that should make sure that there should be adequate learning environment, conducive, and qualified teachers in the classroom, and make sure that where their children sit there will be sit a chairs that they will have a good bathroom. The environment must be okay. So that's the essence of the National PTA.
How proactive is your leadership in doing just some of these things you listed? Because we've we sometimes receive reports from school concerning teachers not in classrooms and all of that. We even had a report from Margibi about some 200 students being out of school in, I think, Wichita public school because they agreed that at certain point they were supposed to procure uniform. Parents were supposed to buy uniform. Send it in, buy the uniform. They send the students home. So since January they being out of school. In these kind of situations, how proactive is the network in addressing them?
Okay, for the national media, we are aware of that situation in Kakata.
Okay.
And we spoke to our coordinator and the CEOs to make sure that these students should get back to school, because actually it is good to be identified, but what is affecting our sector now is that we look at a free and compulsory primary education.
Okay.
Parents do not want to pay a dime to educate their children.
Even to buy uniforms.
To buy uniform, it's not government to buy. The government did not sign an agreement. Anyone say, I'll buy you a uniform.
Okay.
So parents should buy uniform for their children, provide copy books, and only go to the classroom and sit there to learn. So we are engaging on that. Our coordinator is there in Markibi to see community with the CEO. They engage that process and they're working on encouraging parents. There was an awareness bit. They're encouraging parents. You have to educate your child, and it's not a government responsibility. The government will create an avenue. So this is school building. Please bring your children, and sending the children there. You're gonna buy a uniform, buy their copy books, buy their shoes, prepare them to be in the classroom, and the government responsibility is to provide what the adequate qualified teachers and the conducive learning environment, and with enough chairs that the children have that environment free to be able to go to school.
Okay. Your expectation for today's program?
Yeah, today first of all, the histories of the National PTA in Liberia was established 2017. This organization was launched by this current President Joseph and Marka in 2017. And after we launched this program, we started running with this program. And now the government gave us an office, but this office needs to be renovated. We're working with the Minister of Education closely to make sure that to be able to support the renovation of this office. It's a very big space that was occupied by the malaria control at the capital bypass, former health ministry.
Okay.
So it's where we are. So the program, we expect a lot of dignitaries to attend this program. We wrote the Speaker of the Republic of Liberia, who we been interacting with, to be at that program with other lawmakers, to be there. The Honorable Prince Moi, we expect to be there. We expect the Honorable John Flomo to be at that program. There are lists of them we invited. If they have passion for education and education will be improved, they will be at the program and make sure they support the National PTA, who is so responsible to make sure and give them actual information of the running of the school in this country.
Okay, so expectation, we understand the target is a little over $39,000 US.
Yeah, from the BOQ, we have about, from the BOQ, because the minister sent a team there to assess the bidding, the BOQ, and the BOQ was $37,049 US for the renovation of that place.
Okay.
So we expect, if we do not get the actual amount, at least we can, something that will help to give the place an uplift. And before then, we the executives, we are already carrying some initiative there. Okay. And the place now, when you go, you see.
You talk to yourself some amount of money?
Exactly, so we rally among ourselves. And I want to also appreciate our schools. Some of the schools, they pay their due, and those dues were used to also carry on part of the renovation there. So it cut down the cost of the place.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask, because you even mentioned from the founding of PTA networks, when you mentioned the US, you talk about being supported through government budget and all of that. But for you, how are you surviving?
Yeah, currently we've been, since our establishment, we've been engaging central government. Okay, the previous government was trying to put it into the budget, but within that process, and the government went away. So we are still engaging now with the lawmakers to make sure that we get. But we are the Minister of Education is the one who should be able to put into that budget because we are part of education. We are collaborating with them. So in that, when we're talking, we're having a discussion with the minister to make sure that this must be done for next budget yet.
Okay. More information concerning today's program?
Well, I think he just went over most of what, as Eddie said.
Yeah.
And basically, that's where we are with the program. We have some confirmation already. And I told you, because the number of pricing, I wouldn't want to call all of their names on the air now.
Okay.
We just encourage them to please stand up as we agree, and that we all work together and have a successful program, and that the students in school, all of us are parents, all of us. So it's a collective thing. It's all of us work, and together we can succeed. We can't do it individually. We have to work as a team. Even today, with all of my health situation, I have to be out because of parent. You know, I say, Lord, let me make it and go to see how we can be able to, you know, discuss this issue, because it's had to do with our children. If we need safe environment for our children, then we need to get involved. And you can also do it when you're just passing around. And this is not a plastic bag institution.
Okay.
This is an institution that is well established, and they have a focused leadership and very innovative. And like I was telling you, we even tax our schools, all of the different PTA, to see how we, whatever meager resources we can get to support this renovation. We're not just leaving it with people we inviting to come get all money to do it. No.
Okay.
We too looking for money among ourselves. And initially, like I told you, we started to buy paint. We started to buy something, fixing the place. So it's not only sitting and waiting for people to come to the program. So today's program is just a kind of draft.
Okay.
We're just launching. So even if two persons come in, we have the program. We're not looking for more than two. We're going to address the issue. And we have already started raising funds. And a philanthropy out there that we didn't write, but you know it's important, and your child is in school, and you want to seek safe environment for all of people, children also, and that you will have a network that will be supported and to be able to be operational and follow up on the issues that are happening, that are affecting our school system. We are engaging Ministry of Education to make sure that we mitigate most of the issues, like I told you earlier. So it's a very great concern. So the program today, and this is a beginning of a process.
Okay.
If you see, can you imagine, you know, with all of the situation, but we say, no, we got to go ahead. Because if we have the office, and the office is going to be visible, the old malaria control, and through the...
That's a great office location.
Yeah, and it's to tell you how much interest the Minister of Education play a pivotal role in making sure that that place is being secure. Because the work of the network has been doing a lot, just that it's not been coming out. But I think now this is the role has started.
Okay.
We've come today. We still have to come back and have another time that we can further discuss the workings of the network.
We'll be following your closely now.
And yeah. Today we just came to give information regarding the program, which will be at 10 o'clock this morning. In the next few hours time, we have the program. And it's a short program. Those that come in, please know that it's just a short program. We're just launching this draft, and we'll engage you. If letter came from the national PTA to you regarding the program, please know that we'll be at your doorstep continuously until we get somewhere. We're not going to leave it halfway. We didn't come to have program, then we say the money finished, the program finished. No, we came to start a process. We will do the renovation. And I can tell you, even when the office is rented, when we renovate the office, we get we'll face a nice conference room that we can even be renting out. Other people can come and use so that we can be able to raise money to support the operation of the network. So we're going to do a very good work because we come to stay. We are not here to pass. That's why I get to it's not a plastic bag institution. This is an institution that the country, that we're going to help to improve the situation of our school environment. We're not going to just relax, we're going to continue. And with the current leadership, I can tell you there's a strong leadership with Reverend Batu leading the process. It's been a very great work out there, and there are a lot going to come. But we're going to come back to tell you more about what the institution does.
Okay, we have just 2 minutes to go. You can, provide closing, information as we take leave of you because of the time we had. Yeah.
Well, maybe you want
Yeah,
to start.
you can start. Okay. Any of you.
Okay.
Yeah, any of you.
First of all, I want to thank the OKFN for allowing this time, at least to be able to use our platform to spread our message out there because many of our PTA want to hear our voice.
Yeah.
And it is good that we reach out to our people. We encouraging our people. Education is not the people business. It is everyone business. That's a child that is going to the school. So you have the right to visit the school. You have the right to have engagement with the school administration. And we encouraging all of our coordinators in Bosoralo and beyond to come for that program today. Let everyone come and participate. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Well, thank you again. I think Shema have just said it all. We appreciate so much that OKFM was able to allow us this time to briefly say something about this all important program today. A journey to a million miles begin with the first step. So we're starting the step today, and today launching the rally is a Save Your Future rally for our children to help to make sure that the children of Liberian schools, the parents, we can work together to save our future and make sure that our children go for good environment and they should have the requisite requirement needed for their education. And so we're going to be engaged with the process, and we're expecting all of our people we invited to our program today, and those that will not make it because we knew there are other computing schedules, but we know that you will still make it by way of responding to our communication. So our communications will follow up with you. Please note that without any today, we're only starting our process today, but we are not any.
Okay, thank you very much for coming. We thought to do this because when you reach out and mention the importance of the program, and we do think that as parents ourselves, it is important that we some way somehow contribute to these kind of initiatives. So we're hoping that we can find maybe the appropriate time that we can exhaust the full 1 hour and talk about some of the work you are doing in the country, and members of the public can call, make recommendations as to what is wrong to be corrected and all of that. But I mean, it's great that you made it time. I know you live very far up in Pinsville there, and I don't know where Mr. Sherman lived. Oh, okay. All right. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much too for this gathering.
All right. So yes, they are from the National Parents Teacher Association Network of Liberia. They're having fundraiser today on the Capitol Bypass at the former Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, and that place will be the office of their network. So you can go there. If you were invited, please make true your promise to be there and make your contribution towards education in Liberia. So let's go for this Mano song. Yeah, today I thought to play Mano song. Yes, I'm doing it for my people. I'm doing it for my people in Yawin Mesona district. I'm doing it for my people in Encyclopedia district. I'm doing it for my people across Nimba County. So let's go. Let's go for this and see what it sounds like.
I need the record, sweet sound. Bonglo ima kwese, me wone wae, like lo ima kwese. Bonglo ima kwese, me wone wae, like lo ima kwese. Bonglo ima kwese, o Rubin wo kwegwa, balone, step alaile. Bage une o Rubin wo kwegwa, solone, close waile. Esi ope mo mage, esi ope mo ye. Bonglo ima kwese. Esi ope mo mage, esi ope mo ye. Bage une o Rubin wo kwegwa, bage newe mfan kele. Bage une o Rubin wo kwegwa, una suku before kike. Bage une o Rubin wo kwegwa, katone mhozele. Esi ope mo mage, esi ope mo yile no embe bonglo ima kwese. Toro mito mage, toro mito. Toto mito mage, toto mito.
All the Manon people understand this song. And I know some people want me to interpret.
Oh, mama kaimo, Isidaliki mo, waliki mo, bongo ima kwese.
Today we're not doing freedom fighter. We were inside our women's run district. So this whole song is actually about betrayal. You know, you love somebody, you enter the family. Everybody in the family, you know, loves you. But in this particular person that you are making all of the sacrifices for, the person really, you know, doesn't care. You asked me to buy you a car. You said you wanted to travel. I facilitated your travel. Then what happened? You don't love me. So that love song, yo, and love and betrayal. Yeah, so this song was actually done by Ruben Kwaigwa. Ruben Kwaigwa. Yeah, that's his name. So we are expecting to have Reverend Francis Colley. He's the country director of Prison Fellowship International Liberia. And we've invited him here to talk about the work they are doing with the prison facilities across the country. You know, the issue of prison overcrowding, you know, unnecessary pretrial detention or prolonged pretrial detention, violating the rights of people. Cases are now fast-tracked to ensure that, you know, they can have conclusion, legal conclusion, and people are, you know, languaging in prisons across the country. So Prison Fellowship Liberia has been working on some of these issues, and we invited the country director to come. Let's talk about some of these very, very critical and important national issues. So I will be waiting for Reverend Colley, who will start this song all over. Yeah, I will love this song. This song fun. Yeah, listen.
Sweet sound.
You asked me to buy you slipper, I bought you slipper. You asked me to buy you wearing clothes, and I bought you clothes. Then what happened now? What happened? Well, I'm not seeing, you know, the same energy. You even asked me to make farm. I made a farm, you know. Everything you ask for, I do it. But why are you giving me, you know, cold shoulder, low energy? Why? But if you don't love me, just let me go now, you know. But don't be using me. Yeah, and I did pressing revenue until he found out the raps.
neke esi okpemo keka lua nei mange esi okpemo keka kone mange esi okpemo mange esi okpemo nyele no emo bongo ima gbese ima keka o me makeka mo ame mageka bongo ima gbese bage one o rubi wo kwekwa kalo newe ntapelele bage one o rubi wo kwekwa unandangana before pipa bage one o rubi wo kwekwa kalo newe sukulele esi opemo mange esi opemo nyele noe me bongo ima sukupele ma rubi wo kwekwa manewe unyala ketole ki rubi ungo la bele pala kwamo hea ewe bongo ima gbese ima kemo ame makemo bongo ima gbese makemo ima gbese yubuneke mange ima gbese o me makemo bongo ima gbese esi okpemo mange esi okpemo nyele no emo me bongo ima gbese
Oh yeah, so Ruben, thank you so much. Ruben Kwaigwa, thank you so much. You've made your contribution to the show this morning. He's a traditional singer from Nimba County, and that song is the Ma dialect. The one you call Mano. Yeah, we the people who know that's Ma. So Ruben has been singing some nice Ma song on the show this morning. I love to say thank you. And graciously, we have our guest this morning, Reverend Francis Colley is here, the head of Prison Fellowship International Liberia. Good morning. It's great to have you.
Good morning, my dear brother Marcus. Thank you very much, and thank you for your patience with all the huge traffic.
Yeah, I know. I know, especially the side you live. Yeah.
I almost gave up.
What was the experience this morning with the traffic?
Oh, come on. Well, I mean, the police are doing their work, and they are putting in all the control mechanism to make sure the traffic flows. But you know, the overhead bridges constructions ongoing. There has to be some inconveniences, and we Liberians accept it. We appreciate the president. We appreciate the government for the initiative. We think this is a very good visibility for the country, and so we don't think it's hurting. Yes, for now, yes, you could spend a couple of meetings, hours. The other day I had a bad experience. I forgot I didn't take fuel, and then again. And so
I can imagine how was it.
It was terrible. It was terrible. Just when I passed by Philadelphia and then get into Nigerian house, my car lights gave out the gas signal gave, and then before I could make up my mind, it was off. And come on, everybody that knows me, hello, what are you doing there? But thank God we are there. We are getting there. But thank God.
Yeah, so for our audience, just a little, detailed self-introduction will be very good.
Yes, firstly, again, let me say bravo to this family, OKFM. I think we are family. My name is Reverend Francis Colley, and I'm the country director for Prison Fellowship Liberia, a position that I have held for a number of years, working along with the Minister of Justice, the judiciary, partnered with the judiciary, sometimes the Minister of Health, some of the Gender Ministry, police, sometimes immigrations, because you have other cross nationals that comes in the country and they get into trouble with the governments, and sometimes we want to see how we can engage their respective governments, be it from Sierra Leone, Ghana, Nigeria, Guinea, and so forth. And so I also serve as the chairman of the board of directors for the Human Rights Advocacy Platforms, which other month Devstot represent us as the general secretary. You know the work that organizations have been doing, the advocacy level on the World Economic Crime Corps, advocacy, of course, the abolitions of death penalties, and those kind of things that will be very much involved with. But yes, we are here for Prison Fellowship, and I'm grateful to be here, and I want to say thank you to OKFM for being a partner to PF Liberia.
Yes, so and my first interaction where I got your contact was it was actually at a press conference by the CSO platform.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
I remember
Okay.
at the office in around the Boulevard Junction.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right. Yes.
So, tell us a little bit about Prison Fellowship Liberia.
So first, before I go further, let me again, I'll say thanks to OKFM.
Yeah.
I don't know, Oliver, stay here?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I miss out a lot. Thanks to your director,
Clarence?
Clarence.
Yeah.
What am I giving reference to them? A part of our work we'll be doing is to help prisoners, children, people who are in jail. We have been helping them, send them to school, providing educational materials, pay for their school fees. We are in 8 counties now. We have about 350 prisoners, children. And then we have another program called KRS Gift. Of course, I will talk about that a little bit because in partnership with Prison Fellowship.
Okay.
That also is doing the program providing educational support for to Liberian children. We have up to 150 children as well. So altogether, I have about 500 children that I'm sponsoring. But it's just unfortunate, and I use the word unfortunate because I wanted one of the students that you kind of showcase or air their condition. And PF came in to Clarence and that of Olive, Josephine Cooper. At the time, she believed she was living with her aunt and somewhere around the slipway, and she had lost her mother, she had lost her father. So she's an orphan, and she was living in very deplorable conditions. She had herself in the Kobo shop, and there she sleeps. And I think she was on air at some point in time,
Okay.
and she was being taken advantage of. I was told by her that there was a time a very reputable person wanted to help her, but then they wanted to use that assistant for games,
Okay.
and that's how I think she ran to OKFM and she explained her plight. And we listened that very moment about 5-6 years ago now, and Olive was very kind enough connected this girl to us, and we were able to connect her, pick her up from Slipway, and today we enrolled this girl to AGM. She started at I think 4th grade. Today she's in the 11th grade. Next
Okay.
year she will be going to 12th grade. So I brought this pen. Since you are my host, it's Carol's gave this pen. It's the organization that sponsored this children,
Okay.
which Josephine is benefiting. You can use it in the night when you want to write news and all of that.
Okay.
And so that's a very very durable pen. And on behalf of Kiara's gift and PF, that's your gift.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Thank you. I hugely appreciate it. Thank you.
wonderful. So so aside from that, we have also partnered with Minister of Justice, as you know. Reform in the judicial system or prison reform is very paramount to democratic system in our country, especially when it comes to promotion of human rights and so forth. So we have over the years worked alongside the Minister of Justice, particularly the Bureau of Corrections, the Alternative Dispute Resolution section, ADR sections, the Child Justice sections, and that of the Minister of Justice Human Rights Protection sections as well, to bring about reform into the different, different prisons as well, doing monitoring, doing training of corrections officers, providing some little bit skill training for inmates, and providing some legal resources to support them. The health support we give as well, and the psychosocial counseling support, and then of course we provide legal aid as well to decongest our prison populations. As you may be aware, our prisons, and sometimes people say, "Oh no, it's not high." Even your country, your population right now is around 5.6, if I'm correct, or 4.5 populations, and then you have your citizens that reach amount to 3,000 or 4,000. Sometimes annually it goes above that. So annually you have up to 8,000 persons that go into your prisons, and if you do the ratio of that, comparing to your population, that's a huge number of persons that are being affected, by crime, and the rest of it. So that's a high number, and yes, most of our prisons are still overcrowded, and that's very key. And I think this has been flagged out so many times. So we come alongside the judiciary, come alongside the justice ministry, the bar association at some point in time, and other civil society organizations to see how we can help government to decongest, to kind of promote human rights in our country. So this is our work we are doing. Currently, there are other works that we are about to do, which again are going to be focusing on families of prisoners. Again, why are we focusing on family of prisoners? This is a very strategic project we're going to be implementing. It's going to be a 5 years project.
Okay.
So it's going to be in two sets. One set going to be focusing on those in jail. They have relatives, they have family, they have spouses, be a husband or wife, who are out there and they have become the breadwinner. They are being also affected by the fact that their spouse or relatives in jail who was then the breadwinner for them. And so we thought it wise that saying the breadwinner is being incarcerated, and so it means those are close to to the rest of his or her family, the children, and that's why we pay the school fee for prisoners' children. But
Okay.
what we are doing now, this new project is called the Home Harvest Project. It's going to be sponsored by Global Enhancing Global Impact. They are based in New Zealand. I just returned from the country, and I mean just returned the country. We had some discussions because this project we're going to select close to 200 or more families of prisoners. We're going to do the first pilot project in 4 counties. We're going to do Musselrider, we're going to do Margibi, we're going to do Bone, we're going to do Bassett, and then we're going to spread that 200 plus prisoners' family, where we're going to train them into raising animals. We're going to empower them to make gardens or farm, so that they'll be able to have some food securities. The food security will help them to be able to support their family that are in jail, and as well as support the family that also that are left with them, the children, the mothers, the grandmothers, the grandfather, whoever is in their care. And then, so it's going to go for a couple of years. The first 3 years, we're going to do strict farming. I mean, the first year is going to be strict farming, crop productions, vegetable productions, different vegetables, and then the second year they will do animal brand where we're going to get animal pigs, like pigs, goats, sheep, maybe cow, or sometimes some of them those that will be well trained, and that training will be coming out very very soon. Sometime it will happen in Banga maybe next month and so forth. So. Then of course we'll get a cash benefit as well after
Okay.
first year, second year, and then we drop them. We take another batch of people, and then we will give them cash benefit that they can improve their farming or their backyard gardens, productions.
What criteria will you use in selecting the first 200 persons you talked about, or whether you want to call it families, considering that the number you just even mentioned of people in jail annually around 8,000 and all of that?
Yes. So we will look at the most vulnerable. So we look at, for example, there are people in jail who have been in jail for like 5-10 years and their case still pending. So we got to look at prolonged pretrial detainees and then sentenced prisoners, because those are completely cut off from their families. So the family's full security becomes a risk. And so we even call it sometimes breaking the cycle, because we call it breaking the cycle to mean that if you don't intervene, sooner or later, the very people that are not in jail could become victims of crime as well, and they end up in jail with their parents as well. And then you're going to have the whole family perhaps ending up in jail and so forth. And so, the criteria would be, yes, the most vulnerable, the most isolated, the long served prisoners, yes, and those that have more children as well. Yeah.
What's the cost attached to that project? You said the duration is around 5 years?
Yes, it's going to be 5 years. So, in terms of cost, the first year is going to be around close to 300,000 US dollar, because it's coming in Europe, so it'll be
Okay.
200,000 euros, and then it would extend up to 300,000, and then we will spread that over. Again, some of them maybe they have land, right? Some have land, and so we will use their land. They will bring up their land with legitimacy. Legitimacy with actual deeds or something like that, and then those that don't have land, but we see that there's a need. If there's a land somewhere around their village or community, we will buy or we will lease those land. Maybe 2 acre, 1 acre, half lot, something like that. We will buy them or we'll lease them. Not so much not buy, but we'll lease them for whoever owns those land, and then we make the fund for those people, train them, and those are things that the money going to go for, and then we're going to back crops as well. Let me just also, before you go further, the other project I just talked about is a 2-phase project as well. That's going to go for 3 years. Again, this is meant to decongest the prison. If you notice, if you check the dockets of our courts, there are people who have well behaved, and they have served almost, let's say, 75% of their sentences. For
Okay.
example, if somebody was sentenced for 10 years and they have served maybe 8 years, or they have served about 7 years, we want to work with the courts, the probation department of the BCR. We want to work with the court to say, if this person have had a good behavior, can he come out to serve the rest of the time with us? When I mean with us, prison fellowship, we're going to be reopening our halfway house. The halfway house is where you're going to have, probationers. We will call them probationers. They will come and stay in the halfway house. They will get some skills. They will have tailoring skill, good soap production skill. They will have other, livelihood skills that will empower them, computer skills, adult literacy skill. At the same time, they will be going through agriculture training and then psychosocial programs. They will spend maybe the 1 year or 2 years, or 1 year they have, or the 8 months they have, they will be there and going through all of those programs. And then, of course, working with the court, working with the Minister of Justice, probation, we are discussing with them, and when the time elapses, we will then, of course, reintegrate them to communities through the supervisions of probations and that of the court as well. And that again will help to our justice system to be improved. It will help our justice system to be more trusted. That people are not just waiting, courts or judges are not just putting people in jail, but they want people to be reformed. And that's the idea behind this project. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, these are all very good projects. We hope for the success.
Yeah.
But do you have statistics on the number of pre-trial detainees in the country currently?
So I would say, from the last week, we just had a training in Bangan. I was one of the facilitators. Sponsored. The training was sponsored by the Office of the Human Rights Commissions, the High Human Rights Commissions. And then the training was, of course, implemented by the BCR Minister of Justice, where they brought in corrections officers, superintendents, and deputies, and statisticians. We all were there, and then we facilitated. From the figure we received, I could say the pre-trial detainees is around 68 to 70% who are pre-trial detainees. 68 to 70% of the total prison population are pre-trial detainees. Again, because this is a new week, maybe that number have even increased. Monrovia Central Prison alone taking the largest portion of that. At the moment, you have over 1,005 plus prisoners. At the Monrovia Central Prison, and that makes with detainees and sentenced prisoners. The sentenced prisoners at Monrovia Central Prison could constitute less than 10% of the population.
Less than 10%?
Yes, less than 10%, because you have 1,005 or 1,006, and out of that you have almost 800 pre-trial detainees.
What are the most common reasons people remain in detention without trial in Liberia?
Well, that's a very, very good question and a very sticky one too. Over the years, there was this blame games. Blame games. We tried to see what were the root causes, like your questions just stated, and we wanted to know whether the problem was deriving from the courts, whether the problem would be deriving from prosecutions, beginning with the police, whether the problem was deriving from BCR, Bureau of Corrections. But from our analysis and the statistics that we have gathered, that problem is more of coming from the court and the prosecutions.
Okay.
That's they. I mean, and that's squarely they. They are contributing to the overcrowding of prisons. I mean, the prisons around the country. With all due respect to our very honorable courts, the Supreme Court down to the lower courts. I mean, I know they mean well sometimes when they want to curtail crimes, in society. But then if you arrest, the person is arrested by prosecution, police or security apparatus, and they are brought to court. I mean, you have terms of court, right? You have terms of court that you need to try this person. You have for the magistrate court, you have, the person should be tried in 3 terms of court. I mean, if you don't, you have already violated their constitutional right, their very fundamental right. And then the Supreme Court also, the higher courts, they have 2 terms of court. They should be able to try. But most of the people that are injured, they are not even indicted. I mean, they are still pending indictment. Some do not even know their status because they have, I'm talking about prisoners. They are there. They don't know whether they're indicted. They don't know whether they are guilty. They don't even know they're complainer. They were taken to court and then subsequently sent to jail. And they have stayed over time, 5 years plus 6 years above. They don't know what their crimes are. Only they were accused. And under our Lord, a person is, presumed innocent until proven guilty by competent jurisdictions, and that is not happening. That kind of way baffles me and baffles justice. I thought why this slow pace of our justice system. For example, over the year when ABA, the American Bar Association, happened to be one of our very good partners of prison fellowship, we did this the magistrate sitting program, which some of you may be aware of. We established that at Maria Central Prison. We work with the Louis Arthur Grant School of Law, the intern students, the law interns, and then that went well. We use some of the interns to kind of way facilitate some of those releases, and that very went well. And then it was extended to Bangan. Okay, it went well, but again, donor funding can never continue. It was incumbent on government to continue the process. They want the judiciary now to hire more public defenders to take on that project to run it. I mean, but if the judiciary had taken on that project and run with it, even though they are still trying, but every time they were complaining of vehicles to transport inmates to prisons, or sometimes even the lawyers to courts, or to prisons. I mean, it becomes the bottleneck, and those are things that slow down the pace of the access to justice program. But the police, sometimes the police arrest and they delay charging, perpetrators. I mean, I would tell you, with all fairness and with all due respect to my honorable friends and brothers that bear the uniforms of our national called the National Police. Sometimes this random arrest sometimes causes problem. I mean, if there are crimes, I mean, you should be able to have your clue as to who are the perpetrators. If you just did a random running up people and bringing it to jail and then forwarding it to court, sometimes you don't even have, they may do it among the people, because some people have escaped, and because people were on the scene, you arrested them and you just go and you send it to court, and court have no time to try them. They send it to jail. They are pending for the police to gather all the information. Something that is so much disheartening, and I hope the honorable police director is hearing this. I know it happened in the past, but we haven't gathered any fight of recent. Whether this is happening now, we're still investigating. There were times where police officers will arrest an individual under the doctrine of the 72 hours. They will keep this person in this detention center, and then after the 72 hours, because human rights people like us and others, we kind of will visit the these detention centers. Then the 72 hours is elapsing, right? Before it elapses, they transfer you to point B detention center. You begin another 72 hours. They are
Okay.
doing all of that, I think, because they want to gather maybe more fights, in foreign a person to court. But if you don't have those fights, then just let the person be until you're able to gather all the fight. You can arrest them. You are the arresting. You got all the arresting power and so forth. So these are things that contribute to our decongestion of our dockets and the prolongedness of court cases that remain on the dockets.
So the percentage you gave from your last week training, in my opinion, is alarming.
Yeah.
That more than 70% of people who are in jail are pre-trial detainees.
Yeah.
That's alarming. But your organization has worked to secure the release of some pre-trial detainees through the legal aid and mediation programs. Tell us, how much impact has that made?
To be very, very, very frank with you, my brother, PF Liberia have made great, great, great impact with the justice system. Believe me, if PF Liberia and the lawyers that we hired and the mediators, the monitors that we have that works, day to day with the different prisons, doing mediation of cases, negotiating cases, and some do not even go through the courts, through the police process, and then going on to the court. If we had not been intervening, the number that we are talking about will have even tripled. So over the years, for example, when we did a project about a year or two ago under the UNDP joint project, when we did that project, we were able to release, in a year's time, we were able to release close to 5,000 persons from the project localities, 3 counties in a year's time. So imagine if those 5,000 have not gotten legal aid assistance, right? Adding to the number that we have, you're going to be talking about our prison now going to be close to over, population, we're going to be close over 10,000, per annum. So we have made out impact, and of course there are other NGOs that, a few other NGOs that provide some services as well. The Bar Association under the UNDP sponsor program have a legal aid program that they also have been doing. We have been partnering with them at some point. They do provide some legal aid, some different countries as well. So there have been different interventions by different organizations, but I think the government really need to own these programs, because we can continue to do this. We are there to provide some interventions. That's why government have hired lawyers. You have right now. I'm not quite sure of the number, but you have good bit of number of public defenders. It was unfortunate that our owner Justice Senna, not Senna, or the previous judge, Justice Windsor. Yes, I think she was.
Okay.
Yes, she removed the public defenders from the magisterial courts, and that was quite. I don't know whether it was an oversight that she did, as she took that decision for whatever reason. That also contributed to the overcrowding of
That's
the docket.
previous, the immediate past Chief Justice.
Yes,
Senayo.
yes, Shenayo, let us say Shenayo. But thank God to the Honorable Chief Justice right now. He have instructed all public defenders to go back to the different jurisdictions, especially the lower courts. And so the president of the public defenders association, we are very much in close contact with them, and I think he is doing his assignment in the different courts and counties. We're going to be working with them. We have our own pro bono lawyers also that are providing some legal services. So we're going to stay up. We're going to stay up to see how we can help to reduce the number. But you see, for us, one of the things that we have really target is to provide rehabilitations, right? If the person got to be in jail for a couple of months or perhaps even a year, sitting there without doing nothing, and they come out, you have just wasted their time and without no impact. under the scout of this crime that was committed, allegedly committed. So we are pushing for rehabilitations, and it's unfortunate that donor funding, have been limited of recent, and so some of these programs are slowing down. But we're going to, by the grace of God, we're going to do our local resource mobilizations to make sure that there are rehabilitation programs, to help our brothers and sisters, not to sit idly, in the very prison, but they
Yeah.
can come up with some kind of skill.
All right. So let me just take you, back a little bit. When you blamed the court system for delaying trials, leading to the overcrowding of prison facilities in the country, what specific policy reforms do you recommend to solve some of these issues?
So there have been a number of recommendations. There was a time the former Minister of Justice, Frank Musadin, the Honorable Musadin, I think one of his programs that he was trying to implement to kind of way help this kind of, decongest at the same time help the judges to fast track some of the cases was the introduction of plea bargaining.
Okay.
The plea bargaining programs, again, sponsored, UNDP did well with I think UNDP and UN Women. The plea bargaining is where people, when people admit to their wrongs, through proper court jurisdictions, that also will help the court docket to be reduced. Okay, you admitted to this crime, and we know you did it either consciously or unconsciously, but the fact that you are admitted to this, we will either lessen your sentence. So that program was introduced. I think he even hired a technicians and contractors that did this on law to be amended into our criminal procedure laws. That I think took effect. I don't know the implementation of that. And the introductions of the ADR. The ADR, we have been pushing that. My brother and friend Anderson is doing so well, with the little mega resources that he's receiving from both government and partners. He's doing well, and we are working in partnership with them to make sure that the legal aid policy, right now, until the bill, it should be either at the lower court, lower house, pending to be at the either between the president's office or the senatorial, office or so. If that bill is passed, the legal aid bill is passed, it will help to the larger extent, even our work will reduce, right? Because we're going to work along with a legal aid section of the Ministry of Justice, and it's going to be a set of programs that people can appeal, can ask for legal assistance. If you don't have a lawyer, you can go there and say, I don't have a lawyer, can I get assistance, from this program? And if you meet the criteria, you will meet, you'll be provided free legal assistance.
Is that different from what we know is happening? That when people go to court, they don't have lawyer. Government assign you a lawyer.
That's well, no, that's not the legal one. That's the probably defense program.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when the probably defense counselors come in.
Okay.
When there's no lawyer, probably defenders comes in. Sometimes if they do, sometimes they don't. But with the legal aid program is going on now. Right now, I think there's some couple of awareness taking place. Like I said, the bill is there before. There was also law formulated, to kind of way past that bill. I don't know why the delay is going to happen. And then the next thing we also be pushing is to the autonomous or semi-autonomous of the Bureau of Corrections.
Okay.
This is a bill that we have pushed, and we think if it is passed, it will help to a larger extent. Why we are pushing for this? Right now, the Bureau of Corrections sits under the Ministry of Justice, and all their budgets are controlled by the Attorney General, right? Of course, through the Office of the Attorney General, maybe through the Minister of Justice general budget, annual budget. But we are pushing, say, okay, the budget that comes in, the Bureau of Corrections do not have much share. It's so limited. the salaries are lowered for the staff. Feedings is minimum. All essential provision that social services that will be provided in the prisons are also kind of restricted. So if Bureau Corrections is giving that semi-autonomy, then you're going to have their own budget, like the police, like immigrations, like NSC. They'll have their budget, and then we can hold them accountable more vigorously, aggressively, that you have now the two to bite, but you are not biting. So what is the cost? You were putting the blame that the central office were impeaching all your function or functionalities. So now that you have your own budget to function, you are not doing X, X, Y, Z. You have to give account of your work that you are doing. If they don't, the government, the president, will take action against that person. So, but right now, as it stands, it's challenged. The Bureau of Correction is challenged. I'm a witness. It's challenged. The new guy that's there, Gabriel, he is doing very, very well. This is the first time in many, 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 many years that prisoners are receiving almost, and I would say almost 3-time meal.
Okay.
This is the first time. I'm telling you. You go to most of the prison right now, Marka, you'll see that there are bags of rice stock. They are never gone out of rice. They are never gone out of food. And so I want to say bravo to Gabriel, bravo to his leadership. I'm proud of him. Bravo to the Minister of Justice, the Attorney General. Bravo to the Deputy Minister. She is a very wonderful lady. Supporting the Bureau of Corrections and all the auxiliaries that are supporting this section of the Minister of Justice. I'm really proud of them. They are making some of our work easier. Before then, we were like feeding the corrections. Feeding prisons. We had to, so they say food. To carry to the prisons. But today, I don't have to worry about carrying food to the prison. If I want to do, maybe it's a special offer I want to do. But we are grateful. We can only concentrate now on medications, legal aid, and all of those things. So those are policies that we have been pushing forward. And we hope those policies will be giving prudent attentions so that we can have our justice system more reformed.
Okay. Yes, it's 15 minutes to 10 o'clock. You're listening to the OK Morning Rush on OK FM 99.5. Our guest this morning is the country director of Prison Fellowship Liberia, Reverend Francis Colley. We are talking about our prison system, making recommendations about legal issues as well in the country. But I just wanted to ask him, since he's being privileged to see some prisons or correctional facilities across the country, what is your impression about the physical conditions of these correctional facilities?
Marka, thank you. Last week when we had the training of superintendents, from the 16 prisons, and I was very, very excited, and I said to them, we are preparing a program which you will be invited.
Okay.
We have seen some, but before that happened, so I did the presentations, and in the opening of my presentations, so I had a test questions asking them, from 1 to 4, what will you say is your prison status, the prison that you manage, right? Mm-hmm. And so you have 1 stand for, well, it's improved but need more attention. 2 say, well, it's not too good.
Okay.
Right? And then number 4 said it's bad. And number 3 said it's bad. And number 4 said it's too bad. Believe me, in that, I didn't expect the answers that I got, right? This was not outside. This was inside. And I had given the answers to the minister, the assistant minister. He was right there, and his deputies. So you have number 1. Of course, number 1 took the lead that said, yeah, there have been some improvement, but it need more to be done.
Okay.
So you have almost 60% of that, coming in. Saying that they won. Then number 2 said there's more to be done. So you have close to 20% of that.
Okay.
Right? And the rest, of course, you have 10% and 5% and all of that. So in our mind, with the analysis we have gathered from this off, there are 3 prisons that are going to be receiving a very, I don't want to say a huge prize, but they're going to be getting a very good recognitions. I mean, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag right now.
And who's going to be doing that recognition?
We, Prison Fellowship.
Okay.
Because we work with them. We know what the prisons are. We know the improvement that have happened.
Okay.
We know the reform that have taken place. And we considered...
Have you rating them already?
Formally, we're supposed to do that next week, but they have been verbally informed.
Okay.
And they are waiting on us because we consider couple of the human right aspect very, very, considering all aspect of human rights. Then sanitation, talking about health, the prisoners' relations with the corrections officers from the facility. So we consider all of those little things that take place in the prison, and we're going to be awarding them or recognizing that particular prison or prisons to say, well done. You have done well, but you can do more. And maybe that would give a motivation to other prisons facilities to say, my friend prison was recognized the other day by these noble organizations, and I think I need to improve. Okay. And it's going to be on air. It's going to be well, media coverage.
We will be there.
Yes, we'll let you know soon. I still will be traveling, but I think we'll do that before I travel.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank you for that question.
All right, that's good. But let's take some interaction from the public. If you are listening to us now, you can put in your calls. You've listened to Reverend Francis Colley for some time now, more than 30 minutes. So we're giving you the opportunity to weigh in on the conversation. Call 0777 700 995, 0777 700 995, and 0555 995 995. Call and participate on the show. This is the OK Morning Rush. The name is Marka Davis, and I'm here with my guest, Reverend Francis Colley, the head of Prison Fellowship Liberia. Let's take our first call right here. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Sese Chipui, prefer to be called Sanankara. Calling from Province, Motokon on the capital city of Province.
Okay.
I want to tell Reverend, thank you very much, but I think, Reverend, you are doing well, and I want to say thank you to the organization, but I think I need you to check Province success. When you make the statement that and you give the test and most of them give you number 1, I want to say that I think number 4 is for success because
you got it, please?
Success.
Oh, Zone 6?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm from Province Moto Corner is where I live, and we have an organization called Mosifa.
So these police station detention areas, these cells, do you also consider them as prison facilities?
No, we don't consider them as holding facilities. So they are holding cells. So,
okay, yeah.
But we also do monitor most of them. If I before he just asked a question, there was a time where we engaged. We did renovation to some of the police stations. I personally had that renovations. I mean, and, so I know what he's talking about.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead now.
So thank you, Aaron. But what I want you to do, I want you also to observe the police station, the small station yourself, because where I live is where I discuss, and it's where I know very well. If you go there first, you see a lot of motorbike parked there with no owner and they pay a bench jam. If you go there, you observe that you like carry complaint. It's where I live, it's where I know. If you carry complaint and then you say that so person having problem with you, our police as you say, by the time they come and arrest you, you have to call your entire family and say, you can't help me, we left for the police. Because they come in there, scribble that and start whipping you, force you to go. And then if you enter in the police station, the first thing, the whole place are then, the people send food on the whole place. That is the first thing. In a small place that you get about 60 person pack out there together. Listen, to the extent most people have to go there one time and carry another. They say, no, you are carrying some people to Iron Gate. Just separate them. You don't jam the entire place all like that.
Okay. Okay. Your points are clear. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, let's take this one. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Marka. And let me say good morning to Reverend Colley.
Go ahead.
This is the Impartial Francis B. Mobile, and I'm joining you this morning from Mobile Point.
Okay.
You know, I followed the conversation this morning, and I want to appreciate and the Prison Fellowship family for their advocacy over the years, because these people have been doing just well for our prisoners and for pre-trial detainees who have overstayed in our prison system. But then I think the government need to do more for our various prison facility, because if you go, the place is better and people are closer up together. But I want to ask the Reverend Colley, the issue of the Moral Central Prison, we is referred to as South Beach. It's overcrowded there because I've learned that the prison on bail for, I think, 350 prisoners, but now you have over 1,000 plus prisoners. What are you doing, or what is the organization doing to push the government to ensure that a new prison facility is constructed and then the prison is relocated? You cannot, because that alone is a violation of the right of prisoner, because even that was made for only 350, if you have more than 1,000 plus, then how do you manage that? And I think the government should also look in that direction, because if you have prisoners packing together and even over there, there's no recreation, there's no facility to reintegrate these prisoners, because as a prisoner who worked for 5, 6, 10 years, I think you should be able to come up with a hand-on skill that will empower you tomorrow, that you will now relax back into come. But if that, there's nothing of such, you just have people over there, and afterward, when they are released, they go back to the same activity. Okay. And lastly, Reverend Colley, I want to find out, what is the organization doing? Because I learned that there are people who are dealing drugs within a prison facility. What is the organization doing, along with the national government and the security authority, to curtail those things? Because people are being arrested, even including correctional officers with narcotic substances in the prison facility. What is the organization doing so that those things can be stopped?
Okay. Thank you. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Edwin Johnson, and I call from District 9,
Okay.
Massachusetts County. Let me firstly say thanks to Reverend Francis Colley and the PFL family. I listened to him very keenly, and what I noticed is that they are just more than an organization. I think there's huge passion for the work they do within the various justice sectors, and there were some points that he raised. When I mean points that he raised, I mean huge concern for prisoners, and also not only the prisoners, not only the inmates, but for their parents as well. And I can only say to the government and donors that with the Herculean task of catering to most of those families and other things, there's a need to just make some generous donations in cash and kind to Prison Fellowship Liberia. I have followed their work in most of the counties, and I see that everywhere you went, by the time you call the Green Prison Fellowship, everybody's it's also named around the country. So I want to thank him and his team for the enormous work they are doing. And I was very much elated again. I was happy to hear that they are starting another program that is going to take in some prisoners who will be completed their sentence or sentences. There will be a house at the Prison Fellowship headquarters in the halfway house. And I just want to say to the entire team there, hats up to you. Thank you for serving humanity. And we are watching the meaningful roles you are playing. Pray that God can open bigger doors so that your program will continue to make some huge impact
Okay.
transforming Masolado, the
Thank
entire
you.
country.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Reverend Francis Colley.
Yes.
God bless you.
Thank you so much. So, Reverend, we are out of time. So, yes, we just have to. You can answer the couple of questions and then we will close.
Okay, Freud. So again, Marka, thank you very much, and I want to say to our callers, thank you for the observations, various recommendations, and various recommendations as well. Thank you very, very much. I take note of all, but I want to be very frantic on the three main ones.
Okay.
The police detention center. This is something that is very, very pertinent to us because the human right, when the person is arrested by state security, the only right that is forbidden or is prohibited is the right of movement.
Okay.
But all other rights, like you myself have, that individual or those individuals supposed to have them. They should be treated as human beings under the doctrine of the Declaration of Human Rights. I mean, whether at the police stations, whether at some holding center, whether at correction facilities, they should be treated as human beings. What do I mean? So, like my brother said, I mean, Buroville, I haven't made visit, but we have staff that are assigned those areas, and I'm going to follow this up. Trust me, we're going to make some rounds with the police stations. I also understand the challenge the police have in terms of logistics. All right, government is not providing them sanitary materials, and that I can say that very boldly. Government have not provided, detergents. Sometimes it is the people in detention provide detergent for themselves. If they don't provide, or visitor go and give them a few dollars and they buy towel soap and Colorado and use it. So government need to see that as well. Women are in jail. I mean, if they get into their menstrual time and then no one is there, it's bad. Now, the prison facility, yes, indeed, they need improvement. And Marka will tell you this. The Minister of Justice, right now, they and myself, they in prison fellowship, we are here. We're not rocking in some sense, but there is some, I have put some challenges to them. We have a number of supplies sitting in some country that are supposed to import, in this country, over maybe close to 2, 3, 40 containers of materials that prisoners will use, clothing, beddings, utensils, cooking utensils, agriculture materials. But I said to the Minister of Justice, I will not bring those things in the country until the new prison is open. And what is that new prison? Chisholm-Bird is huge. And they started the building on the UNDP, I think, and they did administrative building. Or up to now, that project have come to a standstill.
Was it the intention to decongest the
Yes,
beach?
yes, Sub Beach and other prisons, because if the women win, you're going to have a women win. It will not be like this to Sub Beach. The juveniles win. It will be separated. I mean, it's just going to be unique, and I think government should invest in it. Once that is done, believe me, the next week or month or so, huge consignment will come in the country. Sorry, drugs entrance. Let me just emphasize this. After the Minister of Justice to the Bureau of Corrections have been doing very well. People who have been caught with substance in the prisons, Minister of Justice have not bite their tongue on this. They have, whether the correction officer, they are disrobed and they go through the judicial process. So this is something that the Assistant Minister, take it as a huge challenge, and we will work with them to make things work.
Okay, just in 30 seconds you can say.
Well,
comments.
again, Marco, thank you. Thanks to OKFM. It's good to be here, and we hope we can even have longer time to discuss the justice system in Liberia. Justice hour, maybe. I'm available, or if I'm not in country, some of my staff will be here. But I want to say thanks to the government, to the president, that hearing to our some advocacy, like the parole board now that have been set up. Many people thought I was going to be on the parole board, but I will support them. I don't have to be there, but thank God that I think they will be here to our call. Thank you, and we really honor this invitation. Thank you.
Okay. His Reverend Francis Colley, the country director of Prison Fellowship Liberia, we invited him, and he has been our guest this morning. Thank you so much for coming. We're hoping that some other time we will have you here again to talk more about other issues. But again, my name is Marka Davis. Fatu Kamara was here. Thanks to our production team, Ibrahim Kana and the rest. So we're taking our leave. We'll be here next Friday again. But Monday, Clarence Jackson will be here. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful time. Bye-bye.